Well, it's another day here at King Power Stadium for a crucial game for Leicester City women's team. Of course, this is another of those matches that they really could do with winning, and we say that every time, but it's a really key stage of the season. I'm joined here today by Courtney Sweetman-Kirk and by Sam Tierney. Sam, of course, goal scorer in the latest game. Sam, how are the team feeling coming into this game here today?
I think, off the back of our previous result against Reading, I think we're confident. But having said that, we've had a couple of weeks, unfortunately, through international where we've had to try and stay focused, and then obviously players go away, they come back. So, yeah, I'd say confident, but, we're realistic. It's about, the game plan that we've got, focusing on that, and ultimately just being ready for what we face today.
Courtney, of course, you're a really experienced player yourself and former Leicester player. How do you think that the team will fare, having had that break as well? Because, the game with Reading was the most recent match.
Yeah, I think, look, they'll be confident going into this. I think it's 6 of one of half a dozen of the other. There's, time that you've got to work with the players. Willie will have a lot more time to implement, the things that he wants to see because of the break. But equally, I always feel, and Sam will probably say the same, as a footballer, when you're winning games, you just want to keep playing. You want to keep that momentum. So there's pros and cons on both to it, but I think they'll be confident going into the game today.
So let's set the scene for everybody at home then, a little bit about this match, because Leicester City are 1 point ahead of Reading, 1 point behind Reading, and 2 points behind Brighton. Those teams also playing this week.
Yeah, very tight at the bottom, just like it is at the top. If you're in it, it's very stressful and going grey. But for the neutral, it's quite good to watch. But yeah, we try not to focus too much on the league table. We sort of have our own internal factors that we're looking at, the points targets we want to achieve. But again, it's about the game that's in front of you. And today, that's Liverpool. And then we go forward, take the next game into that. But every point at this stage is crucial.
Looking back at the previous game with Liverpool, of course, that was a win. Does that give the team confidence as well?
Yeah, I think, Willie mentioned it, in the lead up to this game. We've been here, we've had this situation before. Obviously, going to their place is never easy. They've had some great results there. But yeah, we've mentioned it. The confidence we can take from that is massive. But ultimately, we're at our home ground here in our home fans, and, hopefully we'll put on a show.
And Courtney, having played for a few different teams yourself, how much of a difference does it make being on a home ground, home turf, having the home fans here? That'll really lift the players. Yeah,
it's massive. It seems like a cliche, but the fans really, are the 12th person at times. When they get behind you, it's what you play football for. Within COVID, when we had to play, it was so much different because you can't play for the fans; they're not there. And I think throughout the season as well, the fan base that the club has built has been fantastic. It's gone from strength to strength, and I'm sure they'll have a big impact on the game here today.
And something that the viewers at home won't be able to see, but actually the layout of where the fans are sitting has changed a little bit today versus the game with Reading. So they're a bit more spread out all the way down the sort of long side of the pitch. Sam, as we were talking earlier, we were saying that will really make a difference as well. They've got the support down the length of the pitch. Yeah, definitely.
As a player, you play on both sides of the pitch. But again, the fans, the noise that we get in here, especially when we've got the momentum, it's incredible, and it can really push us on. And we've seen that. It was massive in the Reading game. We had a period towards the end of the game we were drawing, and then we had the momentum, and the crowd, I would say, probably got us to that final result. So yeah, having that spread of the fans, but also just to see so many more fans here now. Obviously, women's football is growing. And for me, this is just a really good thing to see.
Courtney, as well, coming from, you played for a few different teams, former Leicester player yourself, now with Sheffield. How are you seeing the sport growing?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I'm slightly older than Sammy. I won't put a number on it for my own sake. But yeah, for what I've come from, even thinking further back when I was a young girl, there weren't girls teams to play for. I started off playing with the boys, and it's grown and grown, and I can't believe really that we're in a place that we are. I'm so grateful that we are. I was inside Wembley when the Lionesses won the Euros, and that was sort of the culmination of it for me. It was an emotional moment, I think, for everyone involved in women's football, especially of a certain age. So yeah, to get where we are is fantastic, and as I say, we've seen the fan base grow. Like, it's great to see so many people here as well, and the demographics of people, I think, has also changed. It used to be sort of young girls that come, and now we're seeing in the crowds that it's all sorts of demographics coming to watch the game. Which is fantastic, and we need to harness obviously the good moment that we're in for the game and get as many people in stadiums as possible.
Well, plenty of people are indeed in the stadium here. We're getting a great turnout for this match. The man at the helm, though, the man leading this team in the charge, hoping to get out of that relegation spot, is Willie Kirk. We caught up with him earlier on.
Well, here we are with the manager, Willie Kirk, excited to be back at King Power Stadium and have a match to play.
Yeah, of course, it's been a while. It's been 4 weeks between matches, which is far too long, especially after winning the last one. You want to keep that momentum, but we've prepped well, we've used the time really well, and yeah, it's good to be back, and we're building a good record here.
Of course, on the reverse fixture, vital win against Liverpool on the road. Looking for more of the same today, of course, very different circumstances as well.
Yeah, definitely. We were in the midst of trying to get ourselves back into the pack, and we've done that successfully. We don't think we actually played that well against Liverpool the last time, but we showed qualities that we probably hadn't showed up to that point. So it's good to know that we can always revert back to that. We were really resilient that day, defended well, but we're certainly looking for an improved performance today, and we know that a win today can lift us places in the league.
And of course, a great crowd expected to be here at King Power Stadium. The backing of the fans is important.
Huge. I think everybody felt that against Reading. I think we gave the fans something to shout about, and they did shout about it, and we responded. So I don't think we can ever underestimate what they give us in terms of energy, and hopefully it's going to be this season's biggest crowd to date.
Well, thank you very much, Willie. Good luck for today.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yes, good luck indeed to the team and, of course, all of the management. One key thing, though, that we need to look at ahead of this game against Liverpool is the lineup, the starting lineup for Leicester. So let's take a little look at who we've got on the squad. Sam, not too many changes here from the last game.
Yeah, I think obviously the fact I'm stood here is serving a suspension, but we've got great players in this team. We've got some good depth, so I think Josie comes in the middle. Hopefully provides some experience, a bit of aggression in there against a tough team. And again, we've got Carrie Jones, hopefully operating a bit of a pocket between the defence and the midfield, cause some problems. And then, up front we've got Hannah. We look to obviously use her pace. But yeah, pretty similar lineup to what we've gone with recently.
Quite an attacking formation at the front.
Yeah, that's something Willie spoke about. We like to play on the front foot. We like to press quite high. Obviously the back line, we'll try and get them as aggressive as possible, defend the space in behind, but we want a high line, and we want to be able to win the ball higher up to create more chances, so having them attacking players can hopefully finish them off.
A player that we talked a lot about last time as well was Janina Leitzig, and how she's been absolutely crucial to the team as well. Of course, she's back in the spot today as well.
Yeah, my friend Janice, it's easier to say than Janina. Fantastic person, but an even better player. What she's brought to this team is fantastic. But it's the presence, every day in training you come up against her and you think, where's the net? So she's been incredible, but not only that, it's just, her distribution and how she settles the team. So, but having said that, like I said, as a squad, we've really started getting some consistency, and hopefully we can continue that.
Well, taking a little look then at the Liverpool lineup for today. Of course, this is quite a stiff test. Leicester have met with Liverpool once already this season. This is their second meeting against them. So if we take a little look at that lineup, let's see who they're coming up against. Courtney, quite a tough team to come up against here today.
Yeah, they are. They're in good form. I think they're unbeaten in the last 4. But actually, when you're looking further back than that, they didn't have a win in 7. So look, there's the ability to beat them. They did that at Prenton Park. Good corner routine, I think it was in the end, and Hannah Kane getting on the end a bit. For me, I think you've got to exploit that back line, rather. I'll put my teeth back in. Yeah, you've got to exploit that back line, especially with the pace that Leicester have got going forward. I think that's definitely where they can get involved in terms of Jazz Matthews and Leanne Rowe. Not the fastest on the pitch. Yes, they're good 1v1 defenders, but that's definitely an area to exploit. I think Missy Bow-Kearns is one of the key players for me. She's only young, but on the ball, fantastic technically. And you've got to make sure that she doesn't drift into the pocket, that sort of zone 14 in front of the goal, because she can strike from range. She's got that in her locker. And then you're looking at that forward too. Stengel been scoring lots of goals for Liverpool, and Tash Dowie, what she hasn't done in the game isn't worth mentioning. She's got bags of experience. She'll drop in just behind Stengel, probably a little bit older now, not always got as much legs as she would like, I would imagine, but she can operate in that pocket and still cause problems.
Well, as you say, there's plenty to take on there. There's plenty to look through. We'll take a little bit more of a look in depth at the team in just a moment. But actually, another person that we caught up with fairly recently was Carrie Jones, who of course scored the winning goal last time out against Reading.
so first of all, I want to talk about the Reading game. Now that emotions have settled down a little bit, what was that moment like when you scored that winning goal?
Yeah, it was surreal. I still watch it back every night before bed. But no, I just think the game as a whole, as a team, it's kind of what we've been working towards, and it's finally starting to show with the results that we're getting. But yeah, for me personally, that moment was pretty special.
You say you watch it every night before bed. Does that not keep you up instead of helping you get to sleep?
No, it puts me to sleep pretty quick. Yeah.
It was obviously your first goal for the club as well, so the 96th minute in a bit of a must-win game. Couldn't have been a better time to score as well.
No, I think it was perfect. I mean, it would have been nice if we scored a bit sooner, but just to get the 3 points, I think that was what was most important. But a last-minute winner, I think I said it last week, that's sort of what dreams are made of. So I was just really happy to get that last-minute winner.
Last-minute winner, of course, in front of your own home crowd. So how nice was it to, when you saw it hit the back of the net, to go off and celebrate in front of the home fans?
Yeah, it was great. They were with us the whole game. That was the first thing we heard was the crowd. So yeah, it was really nice.
As you said, it was a massive 3 points. How much has that done to the confidence around Beaver Drive and the rest of the squad?
Yeah, massive confidence. Obviously, we went into the international break straight after. But no, I think the spirits are really high here. And yeah, we just got really good confidence out on the training pitch. We can see it. So spirits are high.
Looking ahead to the next block of games now, you're into the last 5. It's quite a busy schedule coming up over the next month or so. So how are you feeling ahead of these final few games?
Yeah, I think, like I said, spirits are high. So we are really looking forward to the last block of games now. Obviously, there's a lot riding on it. So we've got our full focus, and we want our best performances to be produced in these last few games because that's when it counts the most. But no, I think, yeah, spirits are high. We're really looking forward to it as a team.
Now, Willie Kirk has always said throughout the season that you don't look at the table, you don't focus on what other teams are doing. But now that you're edging closer to the end of the season, and obviously you've caught right up with the pack since January, are you starting to look a little bit more around at what else is happening, or are you still keeping solely focused on what you're doing each day?
No, I think what Willie said is pretty what we're doing. Yeah, we're just focusing on what we can do in the training ground. Obviously, it's hard when you go on your phone and you see on social media, what other teams are doing. But if I see a tweet, I just scroll straight past it. So yeah, we're solely focused on us and what we're doing. So yeah.
Up next, obviously, Liverpool at home. What do you make of them as a team? Obviously, they're newly promoted this season. So what have you seen in your analysis of them?
Yeah, I think they've had a great season, to be fair. Obviously, I know 2 of the players, Carrie and Raza, who I play with at Wales, and yeah, I think they've had a really good season. Obviously, when we played them, it was a really tough game, but obviously they're coming to us this time, so hopefully we can give them the same.
So obviously it is a team that you have played and beaten already this season, so that must give you quite a lot of confidence knowing that you can beat them, especially now that they're coming to home soil for you guys. So how does that play in your mind, really?
Yeah, I think obviously that will be in the back of our minds, but obviously we've just come off the back of a good block of games, obviously beating Reading, and if you look at our performance stats over the recent weeks, we just keep getting better. So I think that's what we've got to focus on, is just ourselves and what we can produce going into the games.
Carrie Jones there, of course, a really key part of the team and instrumental in getting the team to where they are now. We said we were going to take a little bit of a closer look then at the team and some of the challenges that Leicester City have had in terms of some injuries recently.
Yeah, unfortunately these things happen in football, especially when you get towards the end of the season. It's been a long season. Siggy was back on the pitch recently. She was doing really well, but she's had a little bit of a setback, so she'll be out for a little while. But on the positive side, we had Lashante. She's been out for a good while now, so she's just been back on the pitch this week. So to see her running in high spirits has been good for us to see. And then Abby, similar. She's been back on the pitch, but Shannon hopefully won't be too much longer, maybe a week or so. But yeah, as I said, it happens, but that's where you've got to look to the rest of the squad and just play with what you've got, really.
And it's frustrating for the players individually, isn't it? But it must also be a little bit frustrating for Willie Kirk. He's got a squad of talented players here, and some of them just sadly not ready yet.
Yeah, it's probably the headache you get as a manager, so that's probably why I don't want to be one. But yeah, it happens, and and he said that, but you know, he keeps in close contact with them players, seeing how they're getting on. But you know, he looks to what he's got in front of him, and you know, he works really well with the players that we've got, and he works to their strengths. So you know, hopefully he'll find the solution within that.
And Courtney, for Liverpool as well, you know, what's it like in terms of their squad? You know, they've also had a couple of setbacks recently, but it's still a pretty strong team today. Yeah,
I think not quite as many setbacks injury-wise, looking around the squad, but this is, like Sammy said, this is professional football. This is what you've got to deal with, and you know, even the players that I say fit, and I say that loosely, you're never 100%. I don't think when you get to a certain level, you're always playing with something. And yeah, as Sammy said, I agree with the headaches that the managers have to go through, and actually wider than that in terms of you're looking at the strength and conditioning coaches, medical staff, the physios, the doctors. They have all a massive point, a point to play in terms of making sure that these players get to a weekend as fit as possible.
Well, of course, it is partly down to the team, it's partly down to the manager, and it's partly down to the fans, as we were saying earlier. Tahir Hajat is in the stands with some of the fans to tell us how they're feeling ahead of this game.
Well, thank you very much, Hannah. We're very excited. I'm here with 3 fans in the stands. The King Power Stadium is filling out at this moment in time, and here we are. I'm with Shelley today, who's brought along Amelia and Priya. Shelley, excited about today's game?
Yeah, very excited. It's a very crucial game today, so yeah, happy to be here.
And of course, Amelia, you actually play football for yourself. Quick shout out for the team that you play for.
For Forest.
And who do you think is going to win today's match? I'm guessing you're going to be backed in the Foxes?
Leicester.
That's without a doubt. And Priya, you're joining us today. You have a favourite player on the team. Who's your favourite player, Priya?
Ruby Mays.
And why is Ruby your favourite player this season?
Because she's really talented.
Without a doubt, super talented team. The weather is superb here at King Power Stadium. We're all kicking back, we're all relaxing, we're all ready to get this big match underway. Back over to you, Hannah.
Lots to take in there as well to hear, but it's great to see the fans absolutely behind the team. We wanted also to take a little look at how Leicester and Liverpool stack up against each other, because the statistics between these two teams are really quite interesting. I think we're just going to move forward a little bit so we don't all get wet. Of course, pitch preparation is very important.
I've got my rain jacket on. You ain't come dressed for the weather.
Well, as you can see, the pitch is going to be in absolutely perfect condition. A little bit damp down here, but it'll be perfect for the players. Courtney, we were talking a little bit about the way that these teams stack up against each other. In the last 5 games where Leicester have met against Liverpool, Leicester have actually won 4 of them. Is that something that the team will be thinking of and giving them a bit of confidence?
Yeah, definitely. I think you look at statistics, I always find, you know, when I'm playing, I think about certain teams or certain goalkeepers as a forward that I've played against, that you always get a little bit of joy. So yeah, knowing that, you know, in the last 5 metres they've beat them 4 times, especially the fact that this season they've gone away to Liverpool, they've beat them, come back with the 3 points. You know, that will be a massive help. But I think, you know, as Willie was saying earlier, it's about the process for them and building that. And you know, I definitely think I've seen an improvement under Willie Kirk, and now it's just about being a little bit more clinical and making sure you do everything to get over the line.
In terms of the team and their confidence as well, let's go back to the previous meeting against Liverpool. What have the team taken from that performance, and how will that inform what they do today?
Yeah, I think, you know, we've spoke quite openly of it probably wasn't our best performance, to be fair. It was a very difficult game. You know, I've spoke about when you go to Liverpool, they've got a great fan base themselves, so it's not a very nice place to go. But I think we had a well-worked set piece. Hannah finished that one off. But that was quite early on, and then, you know, we rode the storm for a little while. So the confidence we take from that is, if we didn't play the best there, if we have a better performance, then the possibilities are obviously there. But you know, what was important in that game, like I said, is how we defended their chances after that, because as we know, Liverpool have threats. You know, you've got Stengel up top, she's a great goal scorer. As Court said, you've got Tash Dowie, her experience, you know, is vital for them. So yeah, the confidence that we can grind out a result if need be, but hopefully we can have a better performance.
We talked about the lineup as well in terms of the attacking strategy that is obviously happening here, because they've got to get goals, they've got to get points. However, as Sam says, you know, the defence is also really important. How will the team be balancing those 2 goals?
Yeah, it's difficult. I think you always think about the moments in the important parts of the game, so sort of the opening 5 or 10 minutes, the 5 or 10 minutes between half time and the start of the second half, and the last 5 or so. You make sure that you don't obviously want to concede a goal first and foremost. But I think today, Leicester, they've got to come out, be aggressive. I think in terms of the team that they've put out, I think, you know, you've shown that that's probably what they're going to employ as a tactic in that sense. And for me, I would, as I say, I think you're looking at the back line of Liverpool. They're there to be got at for sure, especially with the pace and the skill and the ability that the Leicester forwards have got.
And of course, you know, the other thing that we need to probably mention is that Liverpool have had a 4-match unbeaten run. They're probably going to be feeling a little bit confident as well. Would that be in the back of the players' minds?
If I'm honest, I haven't heard it, so I hope not. But yeah, realistically, obviously that's where they get their confidence from, and rightly so. You know, they've had a great first season in the WSL, and but hopefully on the other hand, you know, you get to this stage of the season, and sometimes teams in and around the middle of the table, like, do they feel like they have much to play for? Obviously, I know. I think they've alluded to the fact that they're safe now, or at least they think that's going to be the case. So, you know, hopefully we'll get a little bit of complacency in there. But ultimately, the confidence or not, it's about on the day. And if we do our game plan and we come out, like Court said, aggressive, it's there for us to take.
How easy is it as a player to forget about everything else that's going on around this? You know, forget about the league table, forget about the other games happening this weekend. Is it easy to focus on your own performance?
It's difficult. I think, you know, the manager and the staff have a lot to do with that, because, you know, if you're believing in your process, what you're doing, week in, week out, you're training, even when you're losing games, you can do the analysis to see that you're progressing and you're doing the right things. I always find as a player that helps, because regardless of the results, you can feel a progression. But it's difficult. I've been through a similar thing myself, and sort of we're safe now. No, but there was a point in the season where we were in a bit of a relegation battle, and it's difficult to sort of shut out the outside noise and everyone writing you off. Sometimes actually that helps, because it's almost a bit of a siege mentality together. You pull together and you want to prove everyone wrong. But undoubtedly, especially with the more attention that women's football gets, it's difficult to try and block out the noise from everywhere else.
Especially, one thing I do wonder about is in the context of Leicester City Football Club as a whole, you know, it's a tricky season for the first team as well. Does that partly play into, you know, actually the fans would love for the women's team to get a good result to stay up?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Sammy can probably tell you what it's like inside of the club, but, you know, when you're looking at it from the outside, and as you say, the fans, unfortunately for the men, they've not had much to cheer recently. They're obviously on a bit of upward form, the win against Wolves, and then the draw against Leeds, so they're looking like they're starting to pull themselves out a little bit, and better performances. And as you say, hopefully that translates to fans coming out to the stadium to also watch the women's team and support them on, because I think they've seen how important it is to the men, and hopefully how important it is to the women too.
Sam, is it something that the team are talking about?
You know, we're all aware of it, but, you know, for a club like Leicester, it's a fantastic club. It's a position we don't want to be in, and we know we shouldn't be in. You know, it's been difficult, but this happens, as I said, in football. And we're all hoping that for the club, both sides of the club can get through this. And as we said, the fans are massive in that. And, you know, it's been really good to see the men hopefully start turning it around. It is always difficult when you get a new manager. That's the case for any team. But we would like to hope that into next season we can have the men's team in the Premier League and us in the Super League.
Well, it is such a crucial time of the season for both the men's first team and for Leicester City women's team. We are just moments away from kickoff. Let's head over to our commentary team to give us a little bit of a lowdown just ahead of the start of the game.
Because memories never fade, no matter how long. We'll still remember the moments of excitement and the impressions of Thailand. Amazing Thailand, now even more amazing.
Lamia is the belief that perfection lies within the details, where the finest ingredients deserve the finest craftsmanship. In every pursuit of perfection, there is passion and perseverance, where attention to detail inspires a masterpiece that's balanced and in harmony. This is the Vermeer philosophy, brewed into every drop of Chang beer. This is the taste of Thai perfection. Chang beer. We brew friendship.
It is action time. We are almost set for the penultimate WSL home game for the Foxes in the 2022-23 campaign, and each match seems to get bigger and bigger in importance. The latest visitors, an informed Liverpool side, unbeaten in their last 4. And watching beside me this afternoon, Carrie Jones, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
All good, thank you. Looking forward to the game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was here at the last game when Leicester played Reading, and it was a fantastic game, fantastic performance from Leicester, and hopefully something that they can build on for this game today.
And looking ahead to this one, Leicester City coming into this with an opportunity to go off the bottom of the table. It's a side, Liverpool, that they beat early on in the season. Do you think that's going to help them in terms of confidence going into this one?
Definitely. I think, you know, like you say, they've already beaten Liverpool this season, you know, away, which is, you know, really, really hard to do. Matt Beard's Liverpool's team are really hard to beat, but they're still coming into this with confidence, not only from when they beat Liverpool earlier on in the season, but from the Reading game. You know, they really ground out the result, and they play good football. I think it was a really good performance from Leicester. So today they should be coming in feeling confident, and, you know, they've got to go for the game, which I think from the team sheet, from the lineup, they are.
So here come the teams, both Leicester City and Liverpool. It's a huge game. They're all huge games now. We're down to just 5 fixtures left in this WSL fixture season, I should say. And we are almost set for kickoff here at the King Power Stadium. So let's take you through the teams. And we'll start off with our hosts, Leicester City, who make one change from the 2-1 victory over Reading last time out. Leipzig remains in goal. The back 4 is unchanged as Plumter lines up alongside Howard in the centre of it. That one change sees Green come into the side, and Mason Whelan filling up the midfield 3. Hannah Kane scored against Liverpool in the 1-0 victory in February. She starts up top. And then for our visitors, Liverpool, they're unchanged from their 2-1 victory against Brighton last time out, which means Laws remains in goal. Holland scored a brace in that game, playing in the centre of midfield. It's Stangl who lines up alongside Dowie up top for the Reds. So we're edging closer and closer to kickoff. What do you think the pressure must be like for those Leicester players in such a big game this afternoon in front of a home crowd?
Yeah, definitely. I think the players will feel the pressure, but it's up to kind of, you know, the staff teams to almost keep them in that bubble. They've got a job to do today. So, you know, it's balancing that pressure, and they've, you know, as long as each one of those, you know, starting 11 as well as the subs, you know, we call them finishers now, and I think as long as everyone is very clear about their role that they've got to play today, you know, the performance that they've got to put in, it's about actually trying to release as much pressure as possible and taking that off them and being almost that buffer, because there's a lot going on, you know, around the club, even with the men's side, you know, how they're performing. So I bet it's something that they can feel around the club. But here today, they've got 90 minutes to give their all for this team.
And does that mean you think there's no thought at all? Of course, Brighton play Spurs later this afternoon, a huge game really affecting Leicester in the WSL table. Do you think there's any thought to that, or is it purely just what happens on the pitch over the next 90 minutes?
I think, you know, as a team, they can control what they can control, and they've got the job to do today. They will be coming out today wanting to get the 3 points. I think anything but 3 points, you know, it's not good enough for Leicester, and I think it's really focusing on that. I think, you know, after the game's finished, then of course, you know, all the focus will be on the Brighton game later, but now, right now, for this game, every bit of focus is on this game today.
So that's Emily Heaslip, who you just saw in the centre, the referee for this afternoon's game, as it is Liverpool who will get us underway in the all-red. Leicester, of course, in the all-blue. And we are almost set and ready for kickoff at the King Power. But first, both sets of players will take the knee in an act against all kinds of discrimination, as we are now set for kickoff and underway at the King Power Stadium. And straight away we can see Leicester rising up the field, looking to press at Liverpool.
I think that might be something that we see, you know, at the start, you know, trying to get on the front foot, trying to be aggressive in their play, because I think that really sets the tone for the rest of the game. So a good positive start for Leicester.
And straight away winning it back from Howard. First ball in towards the penalty area. It's dealt with well. It looks like that's gone behind for an early corner, just the start that Leicester would have wanted.
Yeah, I think, you know, for Liverpool, but that was credit to the Leicester press. You know, forced a mistake. Rowe wouldn't want to give away a corner, but again, a positive start for Leicester, and let's see if they put the quality in there and they'll want to attack this aggressively. You can see the players that have gone up, they've got good aerial height in there, so let's see what they can do from this.
Everyone queuing up close towards the goalkeeper, trying to put pressure on Rachel Laws in goal for Liverpool. There is that short option too, provided by Josie Green. It's that low ball in, it's dangerous, it's a clever routine, almost the opening goal.
Yeah, it was well worked, wasn't it? It was well worked. I think Hannah Kane is a little bit of a miss hit, but well worked from Leicester.
Seemed like there was player after player queuing up inside the penalty area after the initial effort towards the goal.
Yeah, it just fell to a Liverpool player at the end, didn't it? But, you know, a foot away from getting the first goal, and I think Hannah Kane would be disappointed with her not getting a clearer hit on the ball then. But yeah, good start.
Here's Holland for Liverpool, spraying it out towards that far side. But how about that for defensive work from Whelan?
She's strong, she's powerful, and obviously she's also an ex-Brighton player, so she will want to do everything that she can today. I think, you know, since joining Leicester, she's been a leader on and off the pitch, and she really sets the standard, leads by example, and showing her physicalities there and her strength off the ball.
Nevin goes down the line from the throw. Nevin trying to get it back again, helped up by Ruby Mace. This is a really bright start from Leicester, looking to come forward on this near side. Just breaks down on this occasion.
Yeah, nice play. Just needed a little bit more weight on the ball, didn't it, to get behind the Liverpool back line there.
At the moment, Liverpool struggling to get it out of their own half, struggling to keep it on the field. So Leicester win themselves the throw.
I think at this point in the season, you know, you've got a Liverpool team, of course they want to come and win today, but you're looking at kind of points, you know, they're safe. It's almost a really difficult time because they're almost planning for next season already, whereas Leicester, obviously, it's the exact opposite for those.
Of course, for Liverpool, they can't really look up the table at the moment, as you say. They're I believe, 9 points or 8 points off the place above with 5 games to go. That's some distance to catch up from. This free kick goes the way of the Foxes, who are happy to get on with things quickly. This is Sophie Howard.
I think a big miss today. I know, obviously, she was just talking, you know, with Courtney there, but Sam Tierney, I think she's a massive miss for Leicester today.
And we'll see how Josie Green does to replace her, starting in the centre for Leicester. It's Liverpool who have this free kick currently. And maybe a chance just for the visitors to settle down a little with Matthews taking, because they have struggled to keep the possession and continuing to struggle there as CJ Bott does well to initially intercept.
Yeah, I expected Liverpool then to maybe, obviously, they wanted to get up the pitch, but I expected them to take a little bit longer on that then, just to, like you say, settle and, you know, to try and break the kind of confidence that Leicester have currently got.
Here is Matthews. There's a nice little spin away there from Taylor Hinds. As Josie Green concedes the foul.
I think for Leicester, I mean, you look at the likes of Tash Dowie for Liverpool, who's a ridiculously experienced player in the league as well as, you know, internationally. I think they will want to reduce the amount of set pieces they give in these areas. I think any opportunity that Liverpool get to get the ball in the box, I think Leicester really need to reduce that as much as possible.
So Leicester came close with a corner early on. What can Liverpool do with their first dead ball situation? It's a good-looking ball in towards that near post. And they'll have a corner themselves now. Good defensive work in there from Ruby Mace.
Yeah, she had to get something on it. I think, you know, she wouldn't have wanted to give away a corner, but anything, you know, away. I think she had Natasha Dowie actually behind her, you know, and she would have wanted to try and get in front of that. So good from Ruby Mace. I think she could have just dropped a little bit earlier to get a cleaner delivery.
Well, it's a clever-looking worked corner, just like what Leicester tried. Liverpool looking to keep that move alive. Breaks for Hinds again. Robe. CJ Bott covering in there for Leicester. But all of a sudden, after a fast start from the Foxes, it's just dropped off a little bit over the last couple of minutes. Liverpool finding their feet. Although City back on it again here. That was Hannah Kane winning the free kick for the Foxes. Not quite what they planned.
Yeah, I don't think that was from the training ground, was it? And I think Hannah Kane will be disappointed with that, actually. It's a good opportunity for Leicester to try and get up the pitch and build momentum again.
I'd like for determination to win it back for the Foxes again and drive them forward, as this is CJ Bott now on the near side. All the space on that far side again. Pumped her. Does play it to the left now. That's a clever head on towards Green. And Mace. Nice try towards the near post.
Yeah, you can see what she wanted to do there. She just couldn't quite wrap her foot round it, could she, with the delivery? I'm not really sure whether she went for goal there or whether she just tried to get it back in the 6-yard box. But nice build-up play from Leicester, and you can see the amount of players that they are committing forward when the ball, and it's something that they haven't done enough this season, in my opinion.
And you can tell that if Liverpool were to go short, Leicester were preparing to press up high. They've won it anyway.
I think when you've got players like Plumpter and Howard at the back, I think, you know, as midfield players, you have to trust the centre-backs to come in and win those aerial balls, and that will be a key job for those two today.
Mace dispossessed. As that's a good ball over towards this near side. Stengel couldn't get her initial touch right, but retains the possession for Liverpool. That's a nice spot there from Stengel. Corvisto goes with the delivery. It's close to Leipzig, and it's well claimed.
Yeah, that was good. You know, when Stengel got on the ball there, it was good. It was good pressure from Leicester. You know, the Leicester players, they didn't dive in, they just forced, you know, along the way. So I think that was good, and that's something that Leicester will need to do. Not dive in those areas and just force play either, you know, around or backwards.
There's a fantastic little flick on that we saw from Carrie Jones after the Leipzig kick forward, which might just start this Leicester move. As we'll continue with this throw now on the near side.
Yeah, you can see Leicester, they're looking to kind of to play it through central areas and then to go out wide, which I think is, you know, they want to cause this Liverpool side some problems. Their back four, you know, Leicester, they've got some quick forwards, but they've also got forwards that can keep the ball up, so they've got a good mixture. So you can see that's what their tactics are for today.
Unlike that free kick before, this throwing routine looks like it could be from the training ground, the way they were lining up, but it just doesn't quite work out on the near side, perhaps with a commentator's curse.
I will say, I think since Willie Kirk has taken kind of the head coach role, Leicester have been a lot more organised in and out of possession, which I think has proved well for the Leicester side.
Ooh, looks a late collision after the fantastic challenge from Courtney Nevin. She's okay, straight back to her feet. Jones. Just sloppy in the midfield from Leicester again as Liverpool look to break forward. This is Hinds. He will deliver early, and there's the flick on towards goal, wide of the goal. Liverpool coming close.
You could see what she wanted to do there, couldn't you? You know, just flick it wide for then the on-runner, but yeah, a little bit too much on it. But good pressure again from Leicester, from not allowing a clean contact from Dowie.
Leipzig sprays it towards the far side. Whelan. And number 10 has it returned to her. This is Ruby Mace now for Leicester, coming forward with a little bit of purpose. Whelan once more. It looked like it did go out. It has gone out, and it will be a throw for Leicester.
I think Ruby Mace, I think if she could have wiggled clear there, I think we would have seen a delivery into the box. But, you know, good defending from Liverpool then to stop Mace in her tracks.
This could be a chance as the flick on's right. It's still going to break now for Green, who's going to go for goal. Just over the goal. But those second balls are being won from Leicester, and it's presenting opportunities for the hosts.
Yeah, and I like the positive play. I think in you know, recent games they haven't got enough shots off, so I think any opportunity, you know, it looks like from how they've started today, they're trying to take as many, because if you don't shoot, you don't score. So, you know, I think good positive play from Leicester there, and unfortunate not to hit the target, but they will still take confidence from that. It'll be confidence in the chances that they're creating.
Liverpool go long again from the goal kick. There's an important tussle for Plumpton to win. He did do so.
That was good awareness from Ashley then. I think I saw the on-runner from Liverpool, but it had to be a perfect. And, you know, Leipzig, I think she made the right decision to clear it first time.
Hinds does eventually find a ball to take the throw. Weren't too many options initially, but Hinds will get it back now. Matthews. This is Robe now for Liverpool. Leicester continuing to press, but there's a little bit of room now for Govisto. But again, that press working for Leicester. It's a nice touch back. Jones. They still haven't stopped pressing the hosts. It's been brilliant so far. Relentless from Leicester off the ball. Liverpool do have it though for now. But once again, the Foxes first to everything.
And I think that would have been one thing that Willie Kirk would say, you know, it's a non-negotiable for today about work rate, effort, pressing, and, you know, absolutely, like I said earlier, giving absolutely everything, and they have done so far. I hope that they can keep it up for the rest of the game, because it, you know, it's an energy-sapping pitch, this pitch, you know, played on it a few times, but so they will have to kind of reserve, but that's what subs are for, you know, give absolutely everything, and then obviously they can keep freshening it up throughout the game.
Punter. Fantastic noise from the home support for now. They were looking for a fantastic ball forward. Simpson's done well to keep it and to win the corner.
Excellent excellent. I think it could have been easy there to give away a free kick, which would have been frustrating for a team. But you know, she used her physicalities, but you know, it wasn't a foul, and she's won a corner for her side. So excellent play. I think Liverpool defender didn't expect her to kind of nip in there, but yeah, great pressing play from Leicester. Let's see what creative corner that they've got now.
Hannah Kane is providing the short option. I say that is slowly walking away. But here is Hannah Kane. It's a clever ball around the corner towards Simpson. Here's Green with a chance, and it deflects into the back of the Liverpool net. And Leicester City lead after 15 minutes. A massive goal for the hosts. From a big deflection. They'll take it because they lead.
Absolutely, you know, the game plan for Willie Kirk would have been, you know, our aim is to score, you know, as quickly as possible to maybe settle the game, and you can see they're having a little bit of a huddle now to kind of, you know, have a little bit of an organisation again, because I think this is the time where it's, you know, teams are really vulnerable in these, you know, these next couple of minutes. But a great start, as we said earlier, if you don't shoot, you don't score, and you know, a massive deflection, but you will absolutely take it. And again, a well-worked corner. It drew the Liverpool players out of the box to create the space for that shot. So, yeah, great play.
So Josie Green leads the celebrations after her deflected effort. Gives Leicester the lead and gives Liverpool some work to do.
Yeah, and I think Josie Green, she's starting. That will give her a lot of confidence as well, even though, you know, it was a deflection. But she's come in, you know, Sam Tierney was on form. She was in a very, very good form. She's coming in today. She wants to prove a point, and, you know, great start for her. And she's actually started the game really well in that midfield area.
It's Liverpool who will have this throw on the far side.
You can really hear the fans, can't you? I think they're playing a massive part today.
There's not a bad Liverpool support as well coming down from Merseyside. You can just see on the top of your picture. It's the Leicester press, getting them possession high up from this throw again. Swift with that throw. CJ Bott. Ruby Mace now returning it to the number 4. Seems to be playing with some confidence since the opener, Leicester. Here's Plumpter.
Yeah, as I said, I think straight after a goal, it leads to vulnerable times, and you know, they're just Leicester are doing really well. They're just keeping the ball. They're not forcing play. You know, they don't want to give Liverpool a sniff into this, but you know, they're making good decisions on the ball. They're playing the right passes. They're playing the really simple passes with no risk to them, and it's boding well for them.
Plumpter long for Simpson. Leicester get the throw.
I think whenever the ball goes out or it's a stoppage, I think Leicester will, throughout this whole game, take as much time as they can.
As long as their pace is right on the field, which it seemed to be there from Hannah Kane. The free kick has gone the other way in favour of Liverpool. We can hear what the fans think of that.
Yeah, to me that looked a little bit of both of them, but we'll see the replay now.
Perhaps was Hannah Kane pulling down the Liverpool player. Who knows, but the free kick does go the way of Liverpool. Plumpter again, winning the header first.
That's a great header. You know, I spoke earlier about trusting the centre-backs, and, you know, Plumpter, all season, she has been so, you know, plays so on the front foot. You trust her to win everything aerially, and, you know, such a clean header to get her team up the pitch, and now, you know, they've won a throw-in for it. So she's been excellent all season.
I'll have the same again, the Foxes. That goal from Josie Green, her first of the season in the WSL. And in all competitions, for that matter.
You can see how much it meant to her and the rest of the team, couldn't you?
Kane chasing for Leicester. Punter. And the flag is up on this near side against Hannah Kane. It's the first time, really, we've seen Liverpool actually go short from one of these free kicks. As it's played over towards that far side now. Look who's there with the challenge. It's Whelan. Great work.
Yeah, Liverpool can't string together even any more than 2 passes at the moment, can they? But again, Leicester will absolutely take that. They're not even giving Liverpool, you know, chance to take a first touch, and they're pressing like they have there. They've won absolutely everything. Liverpool, like I say, can't string 2 passes together, but also, you know, haven't got time to have a look up to see what's on.
Leipzig.
That is extremely confident play, isn't it, there from Leicester?
It's going to have to be again, and it continues to be. This is Punter. Nevin decides to go long this time. One back again by Leicester. There might be a chance for a breakaway here. Here's Jones leading the charge for now. Hannah Kane, Jones, there was an option on the near side. Jones is going to go for it, and despite hitting the crossbar, it ends up into the back of the Liverpool net again. How about this for a start for Leicester? 2 up in just over 20 minutes and running away with it for now.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke earlier about, you know, they can control what they can control, and you know, during this 90 minutes is exactly what they can control. And you know, within 21 minutes, you know, it's more than they could have dreamt for to be 2-0 up at this point. And you know, a great shot. When it came central, I did think, oh, is it the right choice to shoot, or should she have passed wide? But it shows the confidence, and you know, Jones, she's there to do a job, and a great finish. Even though, you know, Rachel Law, she got a hand to it, she would have been disappointed with that. But you know, a great strike from Jones there.
So 2 goals with 2 deflections, but Leicester won't mind because they're 2 up. I don't know if you heard the chants of "We are staying up" ringing around the King Power.
I think everyone hopes. I think, you know, even Liverpool fans, you know, they're such a good club, Leicester. They're a team that you really want to stay in the league because of, you know, the structure that they got. You know, they play on the King Power a lot in the season. I think the investment and the support that they get from the wider club. You know, I think they're a massive club, and you know, they've done so well. And you know, just some performances. It was the first half of the season that has really caused this for Leicester, because I think the second half they've played a lot better. They've been, as mentioned earlier, they've been a lot more organised, and they've been more of kind of a well-established, and they've shown a lot more confidence in the second half of the season.
Jones should be full of confidence after scoring the Leicester second.
You can tell that Liverpool are rattled, aren't they? They're rattled at the moment. They cannot settle.
As the Foxes will hunt for a third from this free kick on the near side. Hannah Kane scored the only goal in the 1-0 win against Liverpool in February. She'll look to turn provider this time round. Nevin is the other option for Leicester. What have they got up their sleeves this time round, the hosts? Straight in from Hannah Kane. It's a decent looking delivery. Thumped away. Like Agano.
That was a great delivery, wasn't it? I think it was Howard that won the initial ball. She she just had Eileen just behind her and, Whelan, and I think she would have been a better option then to head it back in the box. But great delivery from Hannah Kane, and it's good to see that, they're mixing it up. Sometimes they're going direct, sometimes they're playing short, and, it's asking questions of this Liverpool side.
Whelan trying to spin off the position fullback, Kavisto. He did well there for Liverpool.
She did in those positions. I think when you're defending against, facing your own goal, I think you wait for any touch, don't you? And I don't think it was a massive touch then, but Koivisto, she did well for her team to win a free kick there in that position.
Just a few complaints that Rachel Laws moved the ball a couple of yards forward. Referee thought about bringing her back again. So here come Liverpool. First we've really seen of them in a while. That's an important header won by CJ Bott. As a chance drifts away.
That was absolutely vital, wasn't it? Great positioning from CJ Bott. I wasn't sure whether she went too narrow there, but she was there to win, because then you could see, you could see the Liverpool player literally waiting for it, and she would have had loads of time on the ball there.
Green. Nevin now for Leicester. Plumpter, perhaps a little bit too confident on that occasion. This is Hinds. Nice take away from Simpson. More pressure, non-stop from Leicester. The throw does go their way, no foul given.
I think again you've got Liverpool players they're waiting for the ball, aren't they? Whereas Leicester, they're trying to get in front, and Hannah Kane unlucky there, but they've got a throw in on the side of the pitch. So yeah, I think Hannah Kane, she's getting the better of Koivisto at the moment.
Ruby Mace battling well for Leicester. CJ Bott now. Leicester picking up the second balls again. Here's Whelan, urged on by the Leicester City support. Delayed the delivery initially. Leicester will keep this move alive. Here is Green. Plumpter, nice pick out there. CJ Bott was free on this near side. She'll have it now, the number 4. Well, the referee's whistle has gone.
Yeah, I think it just hit the referee, didn't it? So she's just had to stop play for that. But good build-up play from Leicester again. I think Hannah Kane potentially made the wrong decision there. I think she had options, especially on the right of her. CJ Bott was in acres of space on the right-hand side. But when you're in that position, you can't blame Hannah Kane for having the shot there.
It's dropped down for Robe. Koivisto. And that time, a little bit too much pressure from Leicester. Free kick goes the way of Liverpool. It was good hold-up play there from Dowie.
Yeah, she's excellent at that. She's done it her entire career, and she invites pressure from behind her, but she's so strong to keep the ball up. I think Plumptre will have to just watch that a little bit. Don't get too close, because she'll hold it up, but she'll also turn you. She'll also roll you, so she can go forward.
Here come Leicester with Jones. Good work in there from Hinds to win it back for Liverpool. She won't be able to keep it, though. Nevin, great pick out. Simpson looking to play it back again. This momentum is continuing from Leicester.
Yeah, definitely. I think Josie Green, she just wanted the ball slightly in front of her then, didn't she? And then we could have had another opportunity on goal. But yeah, Leicester are having all the possession at the moment.
They'll be able to keep it with this throw again. How must he be feeling? Willie Kirk seeing his side 2 goals to the good with almost half an hour gone.
Oh, his team are in a great position, but he'll also be realistic. This Liverpool side.
Here come Leicester inside the penalty area. Hannah Kane trying to just keep things alive.
Yeah, I think this Liverpool side, he knows that they can create opportunities, and obviously they've got the second half. I think Willie Kirk will want to get to half-time, with this scoreline or even better. But the first thing is do not concede before half-time in this position.
And I assume for Leicester, is it you continue playing how you're playing for now? You keep trying to play on the front foot, off and on the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. It's working for the team. Plan A is working, so you don't change plan A until it's not working. So, yeah, I think this is, as I mentioned earlier, it's a dream start for Leicester. And one thing that he will continue, I think, looking in second half, it's about fatigue. It's about making sure that you keep that intensity up. So I'm sure that we'll see changes during the second half, but right now it's actually, our game plan stays exactly the same, keep it up. Everyone looks really up for the game, which is brilliant. They're winning the 1v1 battles, so yeah, it's plan A is working very well for his side.
CJ Bott. Wasn't the pass she would have wanted. Strong work from Dowie. Stengel. And Courtney Nevin covering for Leicester.
I'm surprised that a free kick wasn't given then. I think Natasha Dowie, she was speaking to the ref about Mace and the pressure that was given and pulling of her shirt, but I think Leicester got away with that one then.
Robe now for Liverpool. They're just trying to settle themselves now after finding themselves 2 goals down. Mace, not there once, but twice. Courtney Nevin. There's an option down the line. And an important deflection away for a Leicester throw.
You can see how deep Stengel's having to work for Liverpool. Again, I think that's credit to Leicester for how far they're being pushed back, Liverpool.
It's Nevin who's having to be pushed back by the referee for now to take this throw. Pumped up. And the ball was out initially, so the throw goes the way of Liverpool. Nevin there first. Confident little spin away from trouble. Carrie Jones.
Yeah, she will have confidence from the goal, and then you know, won a great free kick in a great position for her team. But you know, you can see that for the confidence, she had 2 Liverpool players pressing her. You know, the ability and the confidence to be able to turn and get that free kick for her team.
Is it one of those positions where it's just a little bit too central to be such a dangerous position, I guess?
I mean, it's a little bit off centre. I think it's a good position to get a good delivery in the box, because if you look at the space between the 18-yard and the goalkeeper, Rachel Laws will not want to come too much off her line, because, you know, for risking the lob. But for me, the delivery needs to be quite a central position and have, you know, direct runners into the box from here.
And it goes towards that back post. Liverpool get the first contact. Plumpton looking to keep things alive. That was clever. And still the ball bounces around off the post. Whelan with the chance. And still no third goal for Leicester. Chance after chance. And it's ended in what seems like some worrying signs for both Whelan and the Liverpool player.
Yeah, that was emergency defending then, wasn't it, from Liverpool?
Seamson with the biggest of the chances really coming off of the post. And then Whelan just stretching and trying to get anything to get the ball towards the goal again.
Yeah, she looks like she's in pain, but she's a strong player at Whelan. She'll stay on for her team. But a great save from Rachel Laws in the Liverpool goal. I think it looked like it was a definite goal, didn't it, for Leicester? But well kept out by the Liverpool keeper. But Leicester are still creating more chances. So, you know, really, really good from them, and great delivery for the free kick. But, you know, even though they didn't win the first ball, they were there to win the second and trying to get those chances on goal.
So Nevin will deliver from the corner. Jones, the short option. Goes towards the edge of the penalty area. They're trying something again here, Leicester. And so close to a third. Just the wrong side of the post. Another different, unique corner routine that's almost paying off. How about that for a controlled volley back into the penalty area?
Yeah, excellent. Like you say, they've been clearly working on set pieces. They know, you know, how to compromise Liverpool and how to kind of win those chances and create those chances, and it's working for Leicester. You know, good opportunity for Plumptre. She just couldn't get it back on target.
Here come Liverpool. Haven't seen too much of them as this move breaks down too. Van der Sanden couldn't find a pass, but Leicester can, as it's Kane. Kane looking to go around the outside. Kane, well, we thought winning the corner, the goal kick has been awarded.
Yeah, well defended in the end. I think Hannah Kane, I think she had an opportunity to cross it just before she tried to go closer to the byline. But yeah, like I say, good defending in the end from Liverpool, but a really, really quick and forward-thinking attack from Leicester.
And when you do commit and press so much, it does leave situations like this. Is that Whelan who's down? Maybe it's from that last knock just a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, hopefully it's a little bit of, you know, medical attention, and hopefully she'll be okay. She didn't look like, you know, I think it was a choice obviously to go down, so it's hopefully she can just receive a little bit of attention and then she can come back on after that. But it gives a chance for Leicester to regroup, for Willie Kirk to have a chat with his team. Again, this is, you know, into the final 10 minutes of the first half. It's a really important time for Leicester, and vice versa for Liverpool. They're doing the exact same thing, but Leicester have just got to keep compact, to keep going, keep working together. What I like to see is everything that's been good about this Leicester side. They're kind of, you know, they're celebrating the little wins, they're celebrating things together, and I think you can tell that they are such a well-gelled team, this Leicester team, and I think that's developed throughout the season.
Is it the phrase, never get bored of doing the little things, that's counting at the moment for Leicester?
Yeah, they're doing the simple things well. You know, I think Willie Kirk, we're not expecting, you know, amazing things all the time and the perfect pass and the most difficult pass or goal, etc. It's just doing the simple things well, and I think football is a simple game, and the simpler it's made from the coaching teams, that you know, that transfers onto the pitch, and each player, they know, as we mentioned earlier, they know their role, they know exactly the duties that they have in the game, and the Leicester team are doing the exact right thing at the moment.
So Liverpool decides to play out from the back this time. The good thing is that Whelan is okay. Robe. Whelan straight out to press again. Couldn't win it this time initially. That's better from Liverpool, but Howard's there first for Leicester. Van der Sanden into corner.
Yeah, I think Liverpool will be happy with that. You know, getting a corner, trying to build the confidence, trying to build the momentum, and then Leicester, you know, you can tell that they're organising straight away. They're straight back into the 18-yard box for their team. They're picking up players. So let's see if Leicester can get it away.
So Liverpool looking for a way back into it, but Leipzig making sure that doesn't happen. Looked like the ball curved out of play before coming back in though.
I think that's what you want to see from your goalkeeper. Anything in the 6-yard box, I think you want your goalkeeper to come and claim it. And then since Leipzig has joined, she's done exactly that for Leicester, and that's an example of, you know, how she commands and how she controls that entire 6-yard area.
Long from Leipzig this time. Jones. Working so hard to try and get it back for Leicester. There was a foul in there, and there's going to be the first yellow card of the afternoon as well for Carrie Jones.
Yeah, I think you could see, I think she was trying to take one for the team, kind of higher up the pitch, and then as it gets close to the goal, I think, you know, it's a bit of a tactical challenge there, isn't it, to just try and break momentum, because Van der Sanden was free and clear on the right-hand side during that break.
So anything we've really seen from Liverpool in this first half that we've played so far is really half opportunities from set-piece situations. They've got another one here with 5 minutes to go. As Kearns or Hinds will take. It is Kearns who delivers. And it's just what Leicester will want, to see it over everyone. That's a great touch away from trouble from Jones.
Yeah, I think, you know, in that initial delivery from Leicester, I think Whelan showed good awareness. She allowed the ball to go past her so she could settle her team. And, you know, Leicester, they're trying to play out. They're not forcing the ball. They're not clearing their lines and, you know, just pressing up together. They're playing really good football at the moment, and they're winning throw-ins and set pieces in really key areas.
CJ Bott, the latest Leicester player, to do her defensive duties. Liverpool get the throw. Hinds goes infield towards Stengel.
I think Leicester have kept Stengel really quiet so far, haven't they in the game?
They've also kept Holland quiet too. He's coming into this off the back of a brace in the last game for Liverpool, who were behind at half-time against Brighton and turned that around. But they were just the 1 goal down that time round. This time it's 2, it's double trouble. It's a fantastic flick on towards Hannah Kane. Leicester looking for a big finish to the half. Didn't quite get the direction on the cross there, Hannah Kane.
No, I think Hannah Kane, she overcomplicated that, didn't she? Just needed to be kind of a whipped pass into the box for the on-running Leicester player. But you could tell straight away she was disappointed with that. But great build-up play, great flick from Whelan, and, you know, Hannah Kane and Whelan, they seem to be connecting really, really well in this game so far.
I think Leicester will be very happy if the ball keeps going out of play, allowing these throws just to tick the time down a little bit further towards the end of the first half.
Yeah, they are taking as much time as possible, aren't they? You know, that's when it's game management, and good teams do that. You know, wind down the clock to half time, and, you know, it's gone good management from Leicester.
Infield from Courtney Nevin. Has it back again. Liverpool break out. The simple answer is no, because Leicester pressing yet again. CJ Bott goes for the early delivery. It's a fantastic looking ball, and it's going to reach at the back post for another Leicester chance.
That was a superb ball, wasn't it, from CJ Bott there? You could see Hannah Kane calling for it in the central position, and yeah, CJ Bott, she delivered it first time. I thought she was a little bit deep, to be honest, across from there, but a great delivery there. And Liverpool got it away. Good defending, actually, from Liverpool, and then obviously clearance from the Whelan chance as well.
Vital work off the line. Holland drilled out towards the far side. Van der Sanden. She looks to drive on round that outside. Fantastic challenge.
Great challenge. I think a player like Van der Sanden, as soon as she kind of faces you up, she's so quick. So, you know, I think for Nevin, great defending there. It's the most important thing, don't dive in. Allow her to take a bigger touch and then time your challenge perfectly, and she did there.
So one last big defensive push of the first half for Leicester as the ball goes in, and once again it's Leipzig there first for the home side, and Leipzig who looks to unleash Whelan. In fact, it's Ruby Mace lacking support initially. Did so well initially, but then just couldn't keep it in play.
She did. I think her team, you know, they worked so hard in this first half. They just couldn't get up to her quick enough. I think Leipzig did really, really well there to claim the ball.
They're back on it again here, Leicester. Here's Hannah Kane. And Stevenson will return to Kane again. It did take a deflection. It will be a corner, but it's fantastic work from Leicester again, even so late on in the first half.
It's great to see, you know, I think the Leicester team, they could have just, you know, when Leipzig originally, you know, gathered the ball, she could have just taken her time, but she decided they want more, this Leicester team, and, you know, it led to that chance there from Hannah Kane, and they've got themselves a corner.
So 2 minutes added on at the end of the first half. Can Leicester add to their 2-goal lead? They've been clever from corners so far. That's a good move again. And importantly cleared away again from Liverpool. Take 2 this time from the other side. I'm losing count of how many different corner routines Leicester have.
They must have good memories to remember all these, because they've got them absolutely spot on. And I think crucially, I think you work on these corners, it's about the quality of the delivery, and all of them have been of a high standard for Leicester. Because sometimes you make these runs and the deliveries, you know, not exactly where you wanted it, but it's worked really well today.
It's when it goes from Nevin towards the near post. Pumped looking to keep things alive. Kane, options in the centre. Only found a Liverpool shirt. Back in it goes again. And Leicester making sure Liverpool have no space to try and break away. Simpson still pressing. For Visto. Anywhere will do in that kind of situation from CJ, but so late in the first half.
Yeah, I think about 30 seconds ago, I think Leicester actually had the opportunity to try and just keep the ball, you know, maybe don't cross it into the box, and I think they made the wrong decision by the delivery into the box, and it's led to kind of Liverpool finishing the half with this a little bit amount of possession.
And how about that for a first half performance from Leicester? The one change this afternoon, the unwanted change with no Sam Tierney available, but it was Josie Green who came in to score the opener. That was extended by Carrie Jones. Both efforts deflected, as the half-time score is Leicester 2, Liverpool 0.
I think they've done the first half of the job, haven't they? They've done the first 45 minutes, which is absolutely vital. They've put themselves in a great position. I think second half we will see a different Liverpool team. But I think it's a great start for Leicester.
And we'll be back for the second half, and what a big second half this could be with Leicester, I should say, 2 goals to the good.
Because memories never fade, no matter how long. We'll still remember the moments of excitement and the impressions of Thailand. Amazing Thailand, now even more amazing.
20 seconds.
Lamiat is the belief that perfection lies within the details, where the finest ingredients deserve the finest craftsmanship. In every pursuit of perfection, there is passion and perseverance, where attention to detail inspires a masterpiece that's balanced and in harmony. This is the Lamiat philosophy, brewed into every drop of Chang beer. This is the taste of Thai perfection. Chang beer. We brew friendship.
Not envisioned. Well, yes, what a fantastic start to the game. Great first half for Leicester City women's side. A fantastic start. Could not really have gone much more their way. 2 goals, they are 2-0 up against Liverpool. And we were talking before the game that things were going to be really quite tricky here, but that the team were feeling quite confident going into this match at such a crucial stage of the season. Of course, we have those 2 goals and plenty of Leicester chances as well. I'm joined once again by Courtney Sweetman-Kirk and by Sam Tierney. Sam, first of all, just tell us how the team are feeling, because you were sat with some of the players there. They've got to be feeling over the moon about this.
I don't know about them, but I'm very stressed. You know, fantastic half. I think Court's made a perfect point before the game. We have to start right and we have to start aggressive, and I think, you know, the team have gone out and done that, and I think for me, I just don't rest until the final whistle, so I've got 45 minutes ahead of me of nerves, but I think they should hopefully take some confidence from that. But having said that, I expect Liverpool now to come out. They'll come out fast. I expect a 10 minutes where it might be a little bit cagey, but we have to stand our ground and defend well.
Well, let's take a quick look at some of those goals, because of course 2 goals, 3 main chances for Leicester as well. Courtney, this was pretty sensational actually.
Yeah, it was. It's a really well worked set piece from the second phase. It's a good shot, keeping it alive, and I think Leicester today have been absolutely fantastic from set pieces. There's been such a variation in what they're doing, and every set piece, whether it be a free kick or a corner, seems to have caused Liverpool immense problems, and this being no different. And the shot from the edge of the box there, you've just got to give yourself a chance. Sometimes it might not go in clean like that one, but you know, it goes in the back of the net, and that's the main thing. This is a really good counter-attack as well. I think the break really fast, 5 feet really well. Good shot from the edge of the box. Again, I think that takes a little bit of a deflection, but as I say, you've got to take the shot on. And the big thing for me is Leicester, I think they've been really calm and composed in possession. Yes, they've gone forward when they've got an opportunity there on the counter, but also, you know, when they've had time, just especially when they went 2-0 up, just to relax a bit. They've recycled the ball, they've played round the back, they've been really calm, and they've not wasted possession. And this is a fantastic shot for me.
I think, sorry, just on that, Courts, I think that second goal was perfect. So we spoke about a lot in our preparation for this game, is trying to get Carrie or at least someone in the pocket between their defence and midfield. We recognise that often their defence will drop. So in that second goal, I think you can see the ball go straight into Carrie in the pocket, it's back out, and then again. And, you know, we joke because here at Leicester, we don't really like to take shots from outside of the box because we try to have better chances. So I think we're glad that one went in, because if it didn't, we'd be getting it in the neck in there.
It really felt that the momentum was up as well, didn't it? And I think once that first goal came in the 15th minute as well, that's got to give them confidence. And then at 6 minutes then until the second goal.
Yeah, it's a massive confidence, and as I say, you can see what that did to the team in terms of they didn't waste possession going forward. They weren't too eager to get forward. They were quite happy to recycle possession, go back, play back to the goalkeeper, play around the back 4, and as long as you've got the ball, Liverpool can't hurt you. And you know, you can maybe talk about Liverpool and say they've not offered a lot, but actually you've got to give credit to Leicester, the way they've been aggressive on the front foot. You know, when it's come into the midfield, they've been touch tight to get there really quick, and equally as well, again, when it's gone into that final third, the defenders have made sure they're in the right place at the right time.
And it's got to be good as well for the team and for the management as well, that we talked earlier about that aggressive tactic, you know, the fact that they want to be aggressive, they want to be playing forward, and for that to actually come off, and go as intended has got to be special.
Yeah, you know, I think obviously that's the thing you look at, but ultimately it's about, you know, it's about how much pressure you can keep on a team. So if you look in these chances here, we're trying to recycle the ball, drop on the seconds and keep it in their half as much as possible. But, you know, we spoke about in terms of the set pieces, but, you know, it's keeping it alive, and the ball drops out, can you put it back in? But ultimately, yeah, we've got some good chances.
Incredibly close there, you know, as to say there were actually 3 pretty major chances. Again, you know, we've talked a little bit before about there needing to be a bit of luck as well, and with those chances, just the luck tipped the right way for the goals, but just not quite there for those other ones. But I'm sure as we go into the second half, the team will want to really convert those chances as well.
Yeah, I think, you know, in football you create your own luck, you create your own pressure, and as I say, like Sammy said, it's keeping it alive, it's making sure that the second phase you keep going, and if the first one hasn't gone in very well in terms of the set pieces, here it comes again.
Oh, and again.
You thought we'd have learned a lesson,
just
but
keeping us
not.
all on our toes, isn't it? It's just keeping us on our toes.
Of course, yeah, but if it, you know, if the first delivery isn't good, which it actually, fair credit to Leicester, it has been today, they've made sure that they've made the most of the second phase, and that's the most important thing. And as I say, I think the set pieces have been a real strength of Leicester today.
Well, another player who has been absolutely instrumental, not only in this game, but also in some games recently, has been Hannah Kane. We had a little chat with her a little while ago.
The first month, like, everybody's there for you, and it's great. Like, everybody feels sorry for you. And at that time, I'm not a person that likes self-pity or someone to feel sorry for me, but at that time, you need it, because you do feel like rubbish. Like, you want someone to just put their arm around you and be like, it'll be all right, you can do it, you can get through it. And I had that for the first month. And then life goes on for everybody else, but life doesn't really change that much for you. I have everything that I could ever want in this facility, in life. Like, I'm very fortunate. But what about the people that aren't? Like, if I'm struggling to find someone to speak to get me help, then what about young girls that are doing it that don't have the support, or young lads that do it? It's crazy to me that there isn't a support system there when it's so common. When I did my knee, I felt like every week then someone was then doing it, and I didn't know if it was because I was hyper aware about it, or if it was just a thing where it was just getting more and more common. Like, it's more common in women, we know that, than it is in men. But in the last year, I think there's been an ACL injury in women's sport over whatever tier it's been in, and in the professional game, semi-pro, whatever it's been, there's been at least one every week or two, and it baffles me.
Now I think the women's game is going at such a big trajectory, but below that, in the academy structure, do you think it's something, again, the strength and conditioning needs to be looked at? Because we know from boys at like 7 years old, that's hammered into them what they need to do in the prehab and the strength, but it's not quite the same with the girls, is it?
No. Obviously the women's game still is growing rapidly. It's gone massive, fan bases have gone massive, like, games have increased, everything has increased, but we're trying to play catch up with it, and that's at our level. So academies are obviously taking even longer to catch up, which is understandable, but at the rate that the game's going, something needs to be done quicker to stop this happening as often. You can't stop everything in life, but you can make a difference for sure.
Great to see Hannah Kane there and to get her feelings, because of course one of the very key members of the team. Of course, what we spoke about earlier on as well was the fact that these fans are so very behind Leicester City women's side. Tahir Hajat has caught up with some of them to see how they're feeling at this very important stage, looking good after the first half.
Thanks, Hannah. Yes, it is looking good from the fans' perspective. I'm here with one of Leicester City's biggest fans. We've got Jack in King Power Stadium today. Jack, phenomenal performance from the ladies so far.
Fantastic. You can't ask for anything more. They've showed fight, they've showed passion, and they've shown commitment, and they've shown that they're really up for the game today. And yeah, 2 good goals, and hopefully second half we can keep it up.
And of course the fans, we've been mentioned, they're in great voice. You're one of the leading voices in that stand. I've been watching over, Jack. but talk to us about the importance of the fans backing the girls today.
The fans have got to be that 12th, what you call it, a man. They've got to get behind the team, push them on, and we've done our job, and the team are doing that as well. So we've both come together and we're both doing what we should be. And
last thing then, very quickly, of course, you said you follow the men home and away, you follow the women home and away. What can you say to those fans who are watching at home, that have been watching the men? What do you need to tell them about coming down to support the ladies here at King Power?
Come and support them. They need the support more than ever. It's about £7 a ticket, so it's not really bad pricing, to be fair. So come down, come and watch the girls, get behind them, and yeah, come and join the Foxes family.
Well, that's it, Jack. Thank you very much. You're having a great time here. The crowd are in great voice. More action coming up in the second half.
They have absolutely been in great voice. There's been two sides here in the stadium of very, very enthusiastic fans. Courtney, we spoke before the match that would be pretty important. That's got to have the players really buoyed up now, and especially as, you know, we're just seeing them behind us coming back out ready for the second half.
Yeah, it is, and I think you can see that the girls are enjoying it as well when they're scoring goals or going for a corner. They're whipping the crowd up, asking them for more noise, which is obviously exactly what you want. And, you know, they're going to need everyone in this crowd to get through this second half. But, you know, it is looking good so far, isn't it?
Absolutely. Sam, let's look at the players that we've had on the pitch in the first half. You thought that there might be some changes for the second half?
Yeah, I was just looking over at Liverpool. I think they're looking at bringing in a few players. Gemma Bonner, I think, Sophie Lundgaard as well. So, you know, that's as expected. If a manager's not happy with the performance, he's going to be looking for a reaction. And that's a reaction I said we need to be a little bit mindful of in the first 10 minutes. Manage that change, manage the momentum, and continue the good work we've been doing.
What's the anticipated changes for Leicester then? Do you think that they're going to go a little bit more defensive in the second half, or just keeping that attacking strategy up?
No, I think we'll keep being as attacking as we have been, but it'll be hopefully within reason, be sensible. As I said, it's going to be important. They're going to throw bodies forward now, Liverpool. They're going to need to get a result. So how can we manage the game? But there'll still be chances as they throw bodies forward.
Like Sammy says, managing the game's important, because if you go too defensive, you're going to invite too much pressure. So it's got to be done in the right way.
Is there anything, Courtney, that you are looking for in this second half in particular? You know, do you think that there's anything that they need to do differently, or do you think the same approach is the way to go?
No, I think that the same approach. I think getting that Liverpool back four has been really important. I think there's more chances to be had. You might, potentially win a penalty as well. So yeah, I think Leicester doing more of the same. If you get that third goal, for me, the game's over, and then they've just got to defend really well.
Well, it looks like the players are just about ready to kick things off here behind us for the second half. We'll cross back over to the commentary team to take you through every minute of the action.
Thank you, Hannah. So we are all set for a massive second half here for Leicester City. 2 goals to the good going into the second 45. Liverpool have made some changes, but really it's a whole change in performance that they need, not just the change in personnel.
Definitely, I think, well, I know that Matt Beard wouldn't have been happy with that performance from Liverpool. I'm not surprised with the changes, especially with Gemma Bonner, someone with that much experience at the back, and actually she's so technical. She, the gameplay can go straight through her. She's she's very, very technical on the ball. It looks like they've had a change of shape as well, but for the Leicester side, it's to keep on doing what you did the first half.
And you could tell straight away from kickoff they wanted to get on the front foot with that long ball forward. It does go out of play for the Liverpool throw.
Yeah, I think Leicester, they've got to be aware in the first kind of 5 or 10 minutes and start of this second half that Liverpool, they will come out, they'll come out very, very quickly. Because obviously I'm sure that the team talk would have been quite a stern one from Matt Beard at during that half time. So Liverpool and Leicester, need to just make sure that they withstand the pressure. They're very compact, and they don't allow Liverpool to build on this game. I think Leicester, they need to go for the third, keep going.
And they're playing with confidence at the start of this second half. Just breaks down in the end. So Liverpool get it clear only as far as Howard. Kane. Nice work on the far side. Here's Hannah Kane again. Hannah Kane's going to go for goal. And this time, it was the deflection that took it away from goal. And behind it goes for the corner.
Yeah, I think that's why Gemma Bonner's on for Liverpool, for her that presence and, you know, that bravery, and she put her body on the line there, because from this angle it's difficult to see, but, you know, it made Rachel Laws kind of move very, very quickly in that goal. But, you know, great play on the right-hand side for Leicester, great build-up play, and again, just simple play, not doing anything spectacular, just keeping the ball moving, using the teammates. There's been very, very good supporting angles across from all around the pitch, really, from Leicester. They've all been on the same wavelength, and they've got a corner for their side.
I'm sure we'll see that same kind of creativity from corners that we saw in the first half. What can Leicester do with their first corner of the second 45? It's close towards the keeper, and it's in for a third. Plumter rises highest and extends the Leicester City lead. The best possible start to the second half. And Plumter gets her first WSL goal of the season.
And I think for Ashley Plumter, she's played for Leicester since she was a young girl, you know, and she loves this club, she loves this, you know, she loves Leicester, and that will mean the absolute world to her. You could see her the celebration as soon as she scored, but she deserves that goal. She deserves that goal for her team. Her performance today, and since, you know, Leicester have been in the WSL, she's got better and better, and what a start for the second half for Leicester.
Well, she's had more appearances than any other current Leicester player. Gets her goal now. And we spoke about the two managers and their team talks at half-time. And we can see which one has worked better so far in this second half.
Definitely, I think, you know, Willie Kirk, it would have been, you know, he would still want his team to give more. He would still, you know, even though it was a great performance, he would still want more from his team. And, you know, the team have really listened to that and they've put it into practice.
Leicester back on it again. Nevin. Hunter getting ahead to it first. And almost getting struck in the head. The high boot is awarded. Free kick given to Leicester.
You can see the difference. You look at the Liverpool technical area, there is no one in that technical area. They're all sat down. I think they're probably a little bit shell-shocked with the start of this second half, because it's exactly the opposite of what they expected. They expected the Liverpool team to come out all guns blazing to make sure that they're on the front foot, and they haven't at all. I don't think, well, they've tried, but Leicester haven't allowed them to be.
Winning it back again in the Liverpool half. Jones couldn't quite find a blue shirt. Bonner will have this throw now for Liverpool. Combination of Plumter and Nevin defending there for Leicester. That's nice though from the visitors. Chance to get the ball into the Leicester penalty area. Seen off by Mace. Seen off for a goal kick.
Good defending there from Mace. She showed great awareness and great strength there, and she just ushered and, you know, shepherded the ball out of play. And yeah, great. Liverpool were frustrated with that, but it was the right decision from the officials.
Corvisto will have this throw now for Liverpool. Looks like the last touch there was off the number 29, Dowie. Leicester get the throw.
Again, just taking their time, aren't they, with the set pieces.
Whelan. Long towards Jones. Bonner plays it along to the other substitute, Lungard. Hinds Does well to keep it in play for Liverpool. From guard. Great work in there from Leicester. Couldn't quite find Hannah Kane. There's a second ball to be won, and they're going to win it. In the end, CJ Butt just forgot the ball, really. But yet again, winning it back swiftly. Here's Simpson. Nice work over to the far side. It wasn't a bad-looking ball, well cleared away by Liverpool and by Bonner. Look at that, strong from Ruby Mace. Kane couldn't quite get the connection.
They're relentless at the moment, aren't they, Leicester? I think one thing, you know, when they do get in those final, in the final third, maybe just, you know, don't rush it as much as what they are. You know, it doesn't have to be such a quick delivery into the box. I think, you know, the only person in the box was Hannah Kane. So I think it's about making those, you know, again, game management a little bit, kind of taking your time. They're more than good enough to keep the possession, to keep the ball, and to just be a little bit more patient in their play.
Liverpool have us underway again. At what point do these Leicester players tire out? Because they're not showing any signs of it.
No, definitely not. And I think each Leicester player will want to be on the pitch for as long as possible.
Here come Liverpool. As the ball's delivered into the penalty area. Sophie Howard had to get there first time round. The shot still got taken too close to Leipzig, who makes the save for Leicester.
I think when the game's going for your team as well, I think it's definitely adrenaline as well, isn't it? I think there'll be a lot of players that want to stay on the pitch for as long as possible, and they'll be banking on adrenaline. So as long as it's going well for them, I think, you know, I think we'll see changes for the next, you know, 10-15 minutes for Leicester, because they all still look very fresh, don't they? They all still look very fresh, and they understand the importance of this game and these 3 points today. So, you know, they've got time to recover tomorrow and, you know, later on in the week, but today's all about these 90 minutes.
Stowe will get another attempt from the throw. Down the line it goes again. Mace. That was a good challenge from the substitute Bonner. And no nonsense defending from Sophie Howard.
Yeah, strong challenge there. She had to win that challenge there, and I think, you know, even though Ruby Mace, she just lost the ball there, but I think she's been excellent so far in this game. She has absolutely marshalled that midfield. Everything has gone through her, in and out of possession. She's been there to win the challenges. She started the attacks, and, you know, you can see that she's absolutely key and vital to this Leicester side.
Drew it out towards the far side for Liverpool. Back with Rachel Laws. Howard wins the header. Provisto was in space for a while. She has it now on this near side. Goes for the early delivery into the penalty area. And that's probably the best chance Liverpool have created all game, but still not really challenging Janina Leipzig.
Yeah, I think that's when you know, when you think, I hope I'm not jinxing it, but that's when it's Leicester's day. I think in that position you've seen Stengel, you know, hit the target and score from those positions, and it was a great opportunity for Liverpool, but positioning from the goalkeeper, you know, well taken and handled by the goalkeeper, but it didn't overly challenge it, did it? I think throughout this second half you'll see Leicester players looking up at the clock for the just to hope that the time goes down a little bit quicker than it is at the moment.
They'll also be hoping that the 3 turns into a 4 and maybe a 5 next to the big Leicester City logo on the scoreboards.
Absolutely, because, you know, I think at this point in the season we've probably got 4 teams that are, you know, fighting out relegation in the relegation battle, and it's not just the points on the board, it's the goal difference as well that could absolutely be vital to whoever gets relegated this season.
And that could make a difference if Liverpool are coming forward here. It could be a good chance. What a tackle The move's still alive with Keynes. It looks like that's gone. It has.
And I think, look who made that challenge there. It had to be Ruby Mace. She was the one that got back for her team. Again, she's in that central position. She's so aware of the danger. She saw that coming, and, you know, she didn't rely on other players doing the job for her. She did it on behalf of her team, and, you know, that could have been a clear-cut opportunity for Liverpool if she hadn't have tracked back and won that challenge there.
Leipzig goes long for Leicester. And Kane has come off badly there after jumping up alongside Matthews. She's just had to stop the play for now.
Yeah, the ball seemed to get stuck in between them both, didn't it? I think it was a fair 50-50. They both went up for the challenge, but any head injury, you know, it's absolutely vital that the game stops straight away to allow medical attention to take place.
And you can see again, you mentioned it before, there's a whole collection of Leicester players who have gone over to the dugout. Not too much happening really from a Liverpool point of view.
No, and I think, you know, when your team's not playing well, and, you know, when you're losing, of course, you know, there's a lot of information, but, you know, these players will be disappointed, so they will be, you know, taking responsibility. They know exactly what they need to do to improve their own performance. So, you know, unless the coach calls you in, I think it's about them just focusing on their own game at the moment. And for Leicester, you know, they've gone in, they're on absolutely a high, but, you know, they still want to put the performance in. They've got games left at the end of the season, so, you know, they need to get as many goals as possible, get as many points on the board to give them an opportunity in these kind of little, you know, you don't know when there's going to be a stoppage in play, so it's about utilising them as much as possible.
It all seems very calm from Willie Kirk by the touchline, as it would be when you're 3-0 up. The good news for Leicester is that Kane is back onto her feet. Just seems a tad dazed, perhaps. But they're always cautious, aren't they, when these kind of things happen?
Definitely, they've got to be. And, you know, when you talk about Willie Kirk being calm, I think, you know, no matter what position your team are in, I think as a manager, you have to kind of, you know, transfer that calmness, and you have to, you know, even though, you know, you're in a relegation battle, you don't want to ever look stressed or anything, because that just converts and transfers onto the team. And he's very good at managing that, Willie Kirk. He's very good at kind of absorbing all that pressure and not letting it affect the performances of the players.
Here's Matthews for Liverpool, as we are back underway after the long delay. Flat ball forward. It's taken down by Green. There is a Liverpool player down just off the picture. Leicester keeping the ball for now. Stengel is back onto her feet, as this is Plumpter.
Yeah, I think it was just a bit of a collision, wasn't it, between Ruby Mace and Stengel.
Hins picking up the pieces for Liverpool. We're looking for a breakaway themselves now. Here goes Dowie. Just forced back. Hins, fantastic challenge. Here is CJ Boss on towards Mace. Stengel now for Liverpool. For Hins. Hins will deliver. It's a dangerous ball, an important header one initially, but the danger hasn't gone. It has now, as Leipzig makes a save and claims again.
Yeah, I think in that whole passage, I think Sophie Howard was absolutely key there. She's very strong in her challenges. She's always in the right place, you know, and I think her, and we've mentioned it earlier, her and Ashley Plumptre, you know, they've got such a good kind of relationship as a pairing for centre-backs, and that's crucial to these performances.
Liverpool go early with the delivery again, and it's turning into deja vu. Leipzig catches again. Kane. Good news is she without doubt, seems to be okay. She's done more than okay there, as here goes Whelan now for Leicester, who are driving forward, looking for number 4. The effort just too close to Rachel Laws.
She didn't have many other options there, did she? I think, you know, you look in a central position, I think there was a lot of Liverpool players in red shirts there, but, you know, she made the right decision. Good strike on goal, it went across goal, but yeah, I think she just didn't get the pace on it, did she, that she wanted to.
There's pressure on Laws, and the mistake is made, and Leicester are looking to punish. Just took too long, I think, Josie Green to find the option initially. They'll keep this move alive now on the far side. CJ Bott tussling away with Hinds. Prompter gets there first for Leicester. But still, they keep on pressing. Nevin.
They must have had some good energy drinks at half-time to keep them going.
Here's Kane. And that deflects towards Hinds. We will get it cleared now for Liverpool. Wasn't very far initially. But every single second ball ends up in a blue shirt.
Yeah, the positioning's been excellent, like you've just mentioned. Even if Liverpool win the first ball, it's always Leicester City that are there to win the second ball and pick up the pieces. And it's not just about winning it. The players around them are getting themselves into really good positions to help the teammates.
This is Sophie Howard.
I think she's doing the right thing here, just, you know, taking a few seconds just to have a little bit of a breather, you know, invite pressure from Liverpool a little bit, just to create those spaces again.
There's a line on that halfway line of, is it 5 Leicester players ready to pounce, really, when Leipzig went long.
Yeah, they've got the tails up, haven't they? They've got this newfound confidence that, you know, we've been looking for all season. We spoke at half-time. Leicester have had a lot of really, really positive performances. It's just about getting the ball in the back of the net, and, you know, they've proved today that they are more than good enough to do it, but they just haven't done it enough this season.
This is the latest of the goal scorers. Punter, who finds Nevin. Leicester win it back again. Simpson goes down. Simpson wins the free kick.
Yeah, they just need to slow the game down. Let them, you know, let Leicester probably don't commit as many players forward as they normally would. Make sure that they're absolutely secure at the back and just take the time with this.
It doesn't look like they're going to do this, but is this a situation where you just keep the ball, perhaps, or with 25 minutes to go, do you go for that fourth?
I think you go for it. I think you just need to make sure that you're secure at the back. I think it's a little bit early on to keep the ball, because I think it just invites pressure from Liverpool.
Liverpool get it away. The danger's still alive, and there will be another corner.
I'm surprised at how many Leicester did commit forward, but as we said earlier, they've got this confidence. You know, they truly believe that they can get more, and they trust each other to fulfill their roles and duties. And, you know, they did there. You got Sophia Howard, you know, winning the corner for her side, and, you know, it's great to see from this side.
So in the last corner for Leicester, it was a goal. They'll look for the same again. Which routine do they pick this time?
I think it's Sophie Howard's time to score now, isn't it?
She's closest to the goalkeeper at the moment. And then it goes towards Sophie Howard as well. Palmed away. Plumpter picking up the pieces for Leicester and winning the throw.
That was good from Plumpter, you know, just trying to make sure that Koi Vista committed to the challenge, and kind of, you know, she played for that throw and then she couldn't go anywhere. Ashley Plumtree, so she made you know, a really good decision just to invite that challenge from the Liverpool player.
Nevin. Liverpool do win it back. Can't keep it for long. Simpson trying to flick it over the top. It was too high for Kane. Howard. This is Nevin. Once more with the number 2. Pumped up down the line looking for Simpson. This time it's Robert's turn to go down the line. This is nice from Liverpool. They might just have a breakaway now. It's Kearns. Kearns will deliver, but disappointing in terms of quality.
Yeah, really disappointing. They got themselves into a good position there, and you know, just looking at the Liverpool, how they've set up, and at times they've got a back 5. So actually, they're inviting a little bit more pressure from Leicester. But when they do break, you know, the likes of Natasha Dowie, they're so isolated up top.
So here comes a Leicester change. Jones, who scored the second of the Leicester goals, will make way. Molly Pike, who is coming on.
She's been excellent today. She's stepped into, you know, where Sam Tierney would normally play, but she's been excellent, and you know, she'll be absolutely chuffed with that performance, as well as, you know, the team and the manager will, and she's done her job today. Now it's the time to, you know, refresh a little bit and bring on Pike. And I think it's a little bit of an attempt to, you know, just shore things up a little bit. You can see that she's sitting in kind of the holding position a little bit.
This is one thing Leicester don't want, is complacency. They do get the defensive numbers back after giving the ball away.
And I think that's it. You don't want the side to become complacent and to just sit back. You want, you know, Molly Pike's come in, she's sitting, in the more advanced, and that's to press even more. That's to press Liverpool higher up.
Pumped. It's great football again from Leicester.
Yeah, they've been very composed, haven't they, all game today? They haven't forced anything. They've been very composed in their play. Plumtree made a really good decision there to step out of play, and she allowed her team to play the way out.
So Liverpool got themselves the free kick. And when you're 3-0 down, I'm sure, so it seems, they'll get this ball directly towards the Leicester penalty area. Didn't quite reach it, but the move will stay alive. Now a little bit of space for Roberts. It's dangerous looking, this from Liverpool, as it's deflecting away towards the back post. And Leipzig has met everything that's faced her this afternoon.
She has, and I think for a goalkeeper, when you have, you know, a quiet game, I think it's even more important to remain focused, and then when you're called upon to do, you know, the job that you've been asked to do. And she's been very good. She's been more than up to the task today for her team. She's done very few things. What she has done, what she has had to do, she's been more than up to the task.
It was just behind Plumter, which has left a gap, and a gap that's allowed Dowie to get in behind here for Liverpool. Dowie against Howard. Howard wins the battle. Can Simpson get there first for Leicester? She does. Kane up in support. Here is Hannah Kane. Molly Pike's making her way into the penalty area.
That's good from Hannah Kane, you know, not sprinting to keep the ball in play, just take a few moments to just allow the team to just move up the pitch a little bit more, and to, again, it's the game management, and, you know, that was a good decision from her then.
So CJ Watt will take the throw for Leicester. With less than 20 minutes to go at the King Power Stadium, Leicester find themselves 3 goals to the good. An off-bottom spot, which is the most important thing, of course.
And it's more than what you know, it's exactly what they deserve. I think this Leicester side, you know, they're not feeling sorry for themselves at the bottom. They know that they've still got the opportunity to remain in this league, and, you know, they're doing absolutely everything that they can at the moment, and, you know, they have to take this performance into the remaining games as well. And, you know, the fans have been brilliant as well. They've been really super supportive, and, you know, the crowd have been really G'd up, but they have to take this into it's not just about today that keeps them in the league, it's the remaining games, because a lot can happen until that final day of the season.
Pike can just keep it in play. Not this time round. And do you think it adds to the importance of being 3 goals up and hopefully heading for 3 points for Leicester, considering their next 2 fixtures, away at Arsenal, away at Chelsea after that?
Yeah, definitely. And Willie Kirk, you know, you go out every game, you know, wanting to win and aiming to win, but he will be realistic. They will have, you know, even on a board, they'll have their remaining fixtures, and they will kind of go through realistic points that they want to get from each game.
What a challenge from Sophie Howard. We've seen a lot of those. That's probably the best of the bunch, though.
Yeah, time to perfection. She's excellent at that. But I think, you know, as we were saying about, you know, looking at their games that they've got to play for the rest of the season, and the game plan changes for each team that they're playing against.
Nevin Mace will deliver towards the back post. Just too much on the cross this time.
But I will say, you know, you look at Arsenal with their injuries, you know, so if Leicester, if they play the way that they have today, one, you can't see them conceding a goal, and 2, with the performance, they've been so composed on the ball, and, you know, I think especially Arsenal at the moment, they're a little bit vulnerable, and, you know, and not just with the injured players, they're playing a lot of games, they'll have a lot of fatigue, and, you know, it's probably the right time to play Arsenal.
It's coming up on Friday night at Meadow Park. At the moment, the focus remains on this game and the attack that they will continue to have now from this free kick.
Yeah, they'll relish this in these positions, Leicester. I think it's, you know, it's not quite time yet to keep the ball in the corner, but it's a great opportunity. As we said, you know, go and get more goals. So a good opportunity to try and get the ball in the box.
Well, at every scoreline that this game's been at, we've spoken about how many numbers Leicester get forward. Maybe 3-0 up with 15 minutes to go. Leipzig might get forward for this one.
Yeah, they're trying to share the goals, aren't they? Certainly.
So here comes the latest Leicester chance from a dead ball situation. They've looked dangerous from every set piece. Liverpool do deal with the danger that time. The flag's up anyway.
It's about in transition now. How quickly can Leicester get back into shape? And you can see that they're all organising as they're running back, and they've got into good shape in lightning time.
Koivisto for Kearns. Drilled out by Laws towards this far side. Kane still chasing for Leicester. Laws again.
And I think when we're looking at this game, we're looking at the performance, and we could say that Liverpool, they didn't play the way that they could, but I don't think Leicester have allowed them to. I think Liverpool just haven't had an answer to this really resilient, competitive and quality Leicester performance today.
That was a nice little reverse ball from Liverpool. Stengel looks to break away. Combination of Plumpter and Howard in there for Leicester. That's a nice flick on. Here come Liverpool. It is left for Kearns. Who will deliver. It's going dangerous towards that back post. Leipzig couldn't get there initially. Leicester do have the numbers covering. And do importantly get it clear. Kearns, she's going to go for it. Couple of ricochets in favour of Liverpool as the move's still alive. And then to finish it all off, Leipzig does claim.
Yeah, I think they did just enough then, didn't they? I think, and I think Leipzig, she came out, she tried to claim, but Leicester players were around to try and half clear it, and then, as you can see, she claimed the ball as soon as it became free again on the second occasion.
So Leicester making a change. Kane, who was the hero against Liverpool in February, has had a great performance again here too. She will make way for Leicester. And Missy Goodwin coming on to replace her. There's a Leicester player down off the ball currently, just on the edge of their own penalty area. I wonder if that might have to lead to another change. But for now, Missy Goodwin on, Kane off.
Hopefully she'll be okay. She's walking off, isn't she? Let's see what the Leicester team do here. But it looks like she might be okay. There's not a lot of movement.
So we will be able to continue now with the drop ball. A little tumble brings the jeers from the Leicester City support. That's a great ball towards Nevin on the near side. Whelan winning the throw.
I think each Leicester change, I think it's been a positive change, hasn't it? Which is something that they probably haven't done as much this season. But they're still going for it. But I think fresh legs to help with the pressure on the Liverpool back line.
So Taylor, the Liverpool number 35, is on. And Josie Green, who scored the opener, makes way too. And Monique Robinson on to replace her. She signed her professional contract for Leicester this week, an academy graduate. And another appearance off the bench here. And here's the first touch from Monique Robinson. That's floated forward towards the penalty area. Nevin. We could see what she was trying, just to roll it through the legs of the Liverpool defender. Pike. Whelan. I think if the free kick wasn't given, I think Monique Robinson, after coming off the bench, was going to have a swing at that.
Yeah, you could see winding that leg up. To be honest, I thought Nevin was going to here a little bit earlier on, and she made the decision. I think that just credit to the confidence, isn't it, of Leicester? You know, they all want to get a shot on target, and you know, we spoke earlier about the number of shots that they've had throughout the season. I think, you know, it's shown today that, you know, once they do create, they created opportunities throughout the season, but I don't think it's been the final, the section that they've struggled with, and today they certainly haven't.
Pumpter winning the header for Leicester. Simpson has something to chase. It was always going to be favourite though for Roberts of Liverpool. And here is the number 4 again. One number 15 to another. Nevin. Pumpter couldn't keep it in play. It will be a Liverpool corner.
Yeah, I think that was just slightly overplayed, wasn't it, from Leicester City? I think they had the opportunity to clear it on a few occasions then, and I know that they want to play out, but I think at this time in the game, just clear your lines, you know, move up the pitch, and rather than trying to kind of, like we mentioned earlier, about inviting pressure, and then unfortunately they've given away a corner. And I think as well as Leicester have played, they will not want to concede, you know. By this time, I'm hoping that they will win the game, but it's about getting a clean sheet now and keeping that 0 in front of the Liverpool.
Kearns with the delivery, and it's actually deflected off of the crossbar, and then a heroic block. Hinds will pick up the pieces. Not once, but twice. Leicester still can't get it clear, and that's how they'll want the move to end, with the ball in the arms of Leipzig, who plays a big part in keeping that 0 on the Liverpool logo on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you can see the body. Great challenge there in the end, a block tackle. And they, you know, they're throwing absolutely everything. I think there were a little bit of a call for a penalty then from the Liverpool players, but I don't think it was a clear cut, or it didn't hit the arm of the Leicester player.
Fantastic work from Molly Pike. Whelan never stopped pressing.
And you know, I think the Leicester players, they'll be just looking up at the clock again. You know, they've got less than 10 minutes, hopefully all in, to just get over the line in this game.
Sophie Howard. There was pressure on her. She finds Leipzig. And it looks like there's going to be some more changes for Liverpool again, as Kearns makes way. She scored 3 goals in the WSL this season, but hasn't really had a sniff this afternoon, as Humphrey is on for Liverpool. She's back from an injury. Nevin will get there first for Leicester. Flag was up anyway, but I think it just hindered Leicester. I think they were starting a breakaway.
Yeah, I agree. I think today, Nevin, we used to see Nevin higher up the pitch in the deliveries, but I think she's been excellent defensively today, Nevin, and I think it's the job she's had to do. Sometimes you have to do a job for a team, and I think she's kept the Liverpool right-hand side silent all game.
Plumter. Well taken down. And Whelan there again for Leicester. As the sun has come out in what's been a bright performance from the hosts. Stengel for Hinds. Robinson, that's a good little layoff on towards Missy Goodwin. And it seems like whoever's on the pitch for Leicester at the moment, before and after the substitutions, it's that same kind of mentality, it's that same kind of determination, even going into the last 4 minutes.
It's been seamless, hasn't it? That, you know, even though the changes, it hasn't rocked the boat for Leicester, it's been more of the same.
Hinds. Here's Roberts now for Liverpool. They might be breaking away now themselves, Liverpool, as they look to get some kind of consolation. But efforts like that won't challenge Leipzig too much.
No, I think Sophie Howard, she just got caught on the wrong side then of the Liverpool player, but, you know, she forced a tame effort from the Liverpool forward there.
Well, Leicester all of a sudden find themselves on a run after this game of 4 unbeaten in their last 5 home matches, which is exactly what you need when you're in a relegation battle, to make sure you have some kind of home form at least, and they've done more than that.
Oh, definitely, and I think at this point in the season, yes, the priority is getting the points on the board, but again, as well, it's the performance.
It's Liverpool who are looking to finish strong and try and get one back here. Taylor, that's a good ball, and it's a better save from Leipzig. Probably the best of the bunch that we've seen. Down swiftly to her right-hand side.
Yeah, excellent save, you know, tip round the side, that her right-hand side post, excellent save. And again, you know, they've all done their jobs today, and like Leipzig, she's been very, very quiet, but, you know, to pull off that when you haven't had much to do all game, I think that's a sign of an excellent keeper and an excellent signing for Willie Kirk.
So Liverpool still do have this corner. I think with the time they're taking that they were 3 goals up, but it's a good ball in, and wide it goes.
Leicester will be happy with that, and you know, it's quite a deep corner, so it would have asked a lot from Taylor, and she didn't manage to keep it on target. And you know, Leicester, they will just trying to work down the last few minutes now and take the time. You can see that they're going long. They're not taking any risks here. They're just going to go long, try and win it in a central area.
Well, Willie Kirk was saying before the game how it was frustrating that they couldn't play and had to wait 4 weeks between their last game against Reading after a victory to this one now. I'm sure they'll be looking forward to that challenge against Arsenal on Friday night, but first they've got some defending to do. As here's another shot for Liverpool.
Yeah, you know, they've had a long wait. I think it's especially when the teams that they have got to play, you know, Arsenal are still in the Champions League, and I think, you know, with the FA Cup being played, etc., and I think, you know, that's caused a lot. But when you're a team that's fighting for relegation, you want to build momentum, and it's hard to when you've got those 4 weeks break, and you know, there's only so much training you can do, only so much preparation you can do. You just want to play the game.
He said they were focused on individual development and conditioning, and I think a performance like this and the energy levels that we've seen has certainly proved that.
Absolutely. You know, I think they've clearly worked on individuals and, you know, smaller units, and they've had that time, so that's been a benefit to the team. And yes, it's difficult to wait 4 weeks for a game, but when it all, you know, when you put it all into practice and you apply it on the match day, it's all worth it. It all becomes worth it.
And again, even into now 6 minutes of stoppage time, Leicester keep those energy levels high. Here's Mace.
Yeah, it was a strong tackle, wasn't it, in this deep left side from Nevin. It was absolutely fair, but you know, it just epitomises the whole performance from Leicester today. They have been absolutely resilient in everything that they do, and it's, you know, the door has been firmly closed for this Liverpool side.
So CJ Bott will stroll over to the far side. Monique Robinson. I think just to put the cherry on top, if she gets another Leicester goal after signing her first professional contract, this is Missy Goodwin.
I think they look like they're just trying to keep the ball, don't they, in that side, and they want to win a corner or a throw, which they have done, which, you know, you could see actually CJ Bott got her head up to cross, and then she made the right decision to just keep the ball and keep possession, which is the most important thing at the moment.
And it's the same again, just what Leicester want. CJ Bott there again to take the throw.
You know, and I think by doing this, it's up to Liverpool to try and win the ball back and to keep it back in play. For Leicester, you know, the job's done at this point, and you know, even though we'd like to have the higher score line, but you know, it's more than enough for today, and it's, you know, Willie Kirk will be absolutely chuffed with the, like I say, the performance and the goals, and they just need to keep the ball now, keep the ball, you know, and they've got themselves a corner. I'd be surprised if they didn't go short at this corner as well.
And if they do, that's another routine added to the list that we've seen this afternoon.
You can see, look, they're just trying to, they're not all going up as much. You can see Ashley Plumtress, you know, that she's calling some of her teammates back, and it's just about securing. And that's the risk that you have when you play a short corner, of being offside in those positions.
So it does give Liverpool a chance to get the ball forward after the ball's been stuck in that corner for about 2 minutes or so.
Yeah, I mean, what's pleasing, you know, you saw the Leicester players, you know, they've played out of their skin today, but they are still sprinting back for their team. Everyone, I think Ruby Mace sprinted about 60 yards there, or even more, just to get back into a position.
Long from Leipzig. Whelan looking to flick it on. Sophie Howard, who's been fantastic defensively for Leicester this afternoon.
Oh, she's been outstanding, and I think she starts the composure, she starts the calmness that goes through the team, and you know, she never gets rattled. She's always does her job as well as she can, and she always wants the ball. And I think for centre backs that are ball playing centre backs that is so calm and composed on the ball, I think she's been absolutely excellent, as have, you know, the rest of the Leicester team.
That's a fantastic ball to find Nevin. Couldn't get her touch right and ends up conceding the foul.
I think that's just tiredness, isn't it? You know, they've worked so hard, and yeah, they all deserve a real rest tonight.
So Liverpool will pump it towards this near side. Taylor looks to play it in field. And again, Leicester winning it back on the halfway line. Here's Seamson. They look for one final breakaway. Missy Goodwin. They like that corner at the moment, Leicester.
They do. I don't know whether you heard, I could hear some fans saying, cross it. No, you know, they're doing the right thing by keeping the ball and, you know, just being patient and, again, not forcing it. Make Liverpool do all the work.
Nevin. Whelan. And just what Leicester want. Another throw, this time on the near side. I think that other corner flag was just feeling a little bit left out, and they've moved over to this near side now. So the final few seconds of what's been an almost perfect afternoon, really, for Leicester. They've had more chances. I'd say the chances that they've conceded have all been simple chances in terms of for Leipzig to make a save. But they're not thinking about that at the moment. They're thinking about getting more because they've got number 4. And it was the final touch of a superb afternoon for Leicester City. Another header, another goal, and 3 massive points for Leicester City.
What a finish, Sue. Like you say, a perfect game, perfect early afternoon for Leicester City, and what a way to finish, you know, to just, what a cross by Nevin, and what a finish by Goodwin there. You know, she's come on the pitch, she's made a difference, she's carried on the performance for her team, and what an absolute finish. They could have just kept the ball in the corner, but they wanted more and they got more, and they deserve more from today.
Well, she scored in the Conti Cup against Reading earlier on in the season. She gets her first WSL goal of the season now, and what a way to end proceedings. 2 goals in each half for Leicester to make the final score. Leicester City 4, Liverpool 0, and they couldn't have asked for more this afternoon. And from a Leicester point of view, it's bring on Arsenal on Friday night, bring on Chelsea the week after, and I'm sure they're looking forward to West Ham the week after that. When you're in this kind of form, back-to-back wins now, you can't wait for the next game to roll on.
Absolutely, you want to play it as soon as possible. I know that the players, you know, they want a little bit of a recovery, but after today, this is probably the highlight of their entire season, and what a time to have it. You know, that it's real crunch time for the league, for the season, and for, you know, their future in the league as well. So they've done absolutely everything that they could control today, but they will take the last few games at a time.
So a big win in front of a fantastic crowd, who the players will show their appreciation for. As the final score here, Leicester 4, Liverpool 0. Thank you, Chloe, for joining us in commentary, and what a fantastic afternoon for Leicester City.
Because memories never fade, no matter how long. We'll still remember the moments of excitement and the impressions of Thailand. Amazing Thailand, now even more amazing.
Lamia is the belief that perfection lies within the details, where the finest ingredients deserve the finest craftsmanship. In every pursuit of perfection, there is passion and perseverance, where attention to detail inspires a masterpiece that's balanced and in harmony. This is the Lamia philosophy, brewed into every drop of Chang beer. This is the taste of Thai perfection. Chang beer. We brew friendship.
Wow, what a game, what a performance, and what a fantastic result for Leicester City women. You can hear the atmosphere here in the stadium, and the fans have absolutely been behind them all the way, but it's 4-0. Courtney, just tell me how you're thinking about that result, that match, because it was just fantastic.
Yeah, I think it was a brilliant performance to score so close. After the start of the second half, I think was absolutely huge. To make it 3-0 effectively, that kills the game. Obviously, the one at the end, that's a bonus, but actually when you're looking at it, I think that puts them 6 better off on goal difference than Brighton, so effectively that's like an extra point in itself. So, look, it's an absolutely massive win for Leicester.
And Sam, you're still having a chat to some of the players. You went over there just to congratulate them. How are they all feeling?
Yeah, so sorry about that. Yeah, buzzing, rightly so. For me, it was fantastic to see the different scorers. At the end, Missy, like, she's a young kid, she's worked so hard for that, and really pleased for her on that. But, you know, we said, like, enjoy the moment, but for us now, I think it's 4 to go. And again, it's cliche, but it is on to the next one now.
Up to 10th in the season standings now. That's quite important, but we have got 2 more games that are pretty important in terms of the standings to come this weekend.
Yeah, and I think as well, the early kick-off always helps for me. If you're playing earlier in the day or the day before, because it's that psychological advantage of what it does to the table, because now all the teams, Brighton, Reading, Spurs, they're going to be looking at this game. They'll be watching it and they'll see Leicester get that 3 points, and they'll feel like they've got a bit of a mountain to climb now.
Of course, as well, looking at Reading playing against Man City as well, that's a tough task.
Yeah, it's a tough task for Reading, and we know in the WSL that anything can happen, but you're thinking that City are going to go on and win that. I think Brighton game with Spurs, I think that's a huge game. Both teams like in and out of form, so it'll be interesting to see which way that goes. But yeah, regardless of what's happening above and around, Leicester have done their job today.
And Sam, so as you say, are the girls going to have a chance to really enjoy this moment, to celebrate it, or are they just looking to the next game?
Yeah, I think, these moments now, that's when we'll celebrate it. For the rest of the day, we'll enjoy it. But Willie said, and it's been the same for us the rest of the season. It's the next game that's ahead now, and we've got 2 tough games coming up. But then we need to make sure we're ready for the last 2 games of the season. So, yeah, enjoy it for tonight, but we definitely got work to do. I think in the second half, we weren't happy we sort of dropped off a little bit. We need to be able to keep that up for 90 minutes if we want to make sure we're in this league next year.
And 2 home game wins in a row, 1 more home game to come. Do you think this will give the team confidence now?
Yeah, massively. I think hopefully that final home game that we've got, we can get all the fans back and even more, and make that a spectacle. This is somewhere we want to make very difficult to come and play on. Obviously the surface, I know Courts as a player, you'd love to play on surfaces like this, so we want to make this a place that is very hard for teams to pick up points, and hopefully we've shown that recently.
And Courtney, as you say, it's a fantastic stadium, isn't it, to play on? This pitch looks fantastic. That must make quite the difference. And do you think that's potentially impacted the result today?
Yeah, potentially, because I think, the brand of football that Leicester want to play, look, they play the ball on the floor. Yes, at times they went a bit longer in the second phase, but they've got good football players. So when you've got a surface that you can trust, it's always going to help. But I think for me, the big thing was the set pieces. I think they were far superior in every way, shape or form for me than Liverpool, but the set pieces for me were the ones that made the difference.
Well, I believe Tahir has got one of the players with him right now, so let's go down to him and see how the feeling is in the team.
Well, here we are pitch side. Leicester City have had a fantastic performance, and we're with number 14, Josie Green, at this moment in time. Josie, a goal and a win, how does it feel?
Yeah, great. I mean, we've put in the work. It's been a few weeks since we've had a game, and we've been really working hard on the training pitch, and I think that showed today.
The defensive intensity was incredible. The press was really high up, and it was non-stop all game. And of course, he had the opportunity then to capitalise on that.
Yeah, and I think, we've just worked on us this whole week, focused on us, and we know our work rate had to be there. It's such a high-pressured game for us, but I think we've shown this season that in high-pressured games we deliver. We've been under the cosh, this whole season, and when we've had to deliver, we have. And 4-0, couldn't have asked for anything more for the girls, and we've just, shown again what we can do.
And King Power Stadium rocking for the ladies today.
Yeah, the crowd have been so good. You can hear them when they're on the pitch. They're like another person for us. So yeah, it's been great. We love playing at home, and I think that shows.
Of course, enjoy the celebrations for that one, but then moving ahead, looking ahead to Arsenal, big match coming up. But with performance like this, it gives you great confidence.
Yeah, we're going to take the positives, rest and recover. I think it's only like a 4-day turnaround. But I mean, we're going into every game as a team confident, and Arsenal will be no different. So yeah, looking forward to that one.
Well, congratulations, Josie. Back to you, Hannah. I believe you got the manager with you.
Yes, absolutely. So here we have indeed got the man who is at the helm of this team with us, Willie Kirk. What a sensational performance. We just have to congratulate you.
Yeah, I think the players were outstanding from start to finish. that's back-to-back games here. Obviously with the Reading game, I thought the players were excellent and probably never quite got the scoreline they deserved, but we certainly got the 3 points that day. And today I thought we were excellent. I think we started right at it in terms of never gave Liverpool a chance to get into the game, and we maintained that for the majority of the 90 minutes.
And as you say, 4 goals scored, but there were a lot of chances there as well. That's got to give you a lot of encouragement, especially going forward.
Yeah, there's elements of the performance that we're unhappy with, where we think we were a little bit sloppy. We could have been a little bit more ruthless in front of goal, especially in the first half. But yeah, I think it shows you how far we've come when we look at a 4-0 victory and we find areas to improve on.
And Courtney, we were talking earlier on, weren't we, about the fact that it looked like there was an attacking strategy. I don't know if there's anything that you want to delve into on that.
Yeah, I mean, you're aggressive front foot, but for me, the set pieces, is that something you've worked on specifically the last couple of weeks while you've not had a game, or maybe just a culmination of the work you've done since you've come in?
Yeah, I think what, it's a goalie coach. It's a goalie coach that puts them in place, and it's the players that implement them. And I think a large part of it is confidence. I think it's about obviously practicing on the training ground, which helps, but I think it's about having the players feeling confident to go and do it, because some of the set piece routines are not actually easy. They've got to be precise, and I thought we'd actually got one in the first few minutes, which we'd have loved because it was quite a complicated one. But yeah, I think the goalie coach and the players have got to take the credit for that.
At the last home game as well, you spoke a little bit about the fact that the luck has to be on the team's side as well, and it certainly was today, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think anything we're getting just now is deserved. Any breaks that go our way is deserved. I remember we played West Ham, I think it was my second game, and I thought we were the much better side, and nothing went our way that day, and we lost 1-0 in the 8th to 9th minute, and I think the players were feeling a little bit sorry for themselves, and we said to them that if you keep doing the hard work, you'll get the little breaks, and we're now getting those breaks. And I mean, we've still not had a penalty this season. We're the only team in the WSL that's not, but I think if we keep working at it, we'll keep getting the breaks, because nobody can fault the players' work rate.
Sam, of course, is here and a member of your team. I don't know, Sam, is there anything that you want to chat through with Willie about, the strategy for going forward, or what's the plan for the team? It's probably a little bit of a difficult one, but...
Yeah, well, I mean, aside from am I okay to come back on this side of the pitch next week, no, the only thing I would say is obviously, like, looking ahead now, we do have 2 very different games to the games we've just had. So obviously in Reading and this game, we expect to have a lot more of the ball. How do you expect that to fare against, obviously we've got Arsenal coming up and Chelsea, they're fighting for the league, different things like that. How do you think we're going to now take these results into that?
Yeah, I think obviously the confidence, we'll take a lot of confidence from it, and I think one thing I should point out, and Sam's been witness to that this week, is what the opposition team do in training. It's crucial, and I think we've still got a long way to go to get that right, but it's really, really important that our training sessions are at such high intensity, because it prepares us for the game. But we'll certainly take confidence into these games, but we're a humble group and we're very pragmatic, so we know we're not going to outpossess either of those 2 teams, but we will have a plan in place to still score goals, and obviously be as defensively robust and hard to break down as possible, as we have been in these last couple of games. But it will be a completely different type of game, and I think we've got the players and the attributes to adjust to that.
Let's touch finally on the position in the league standings, because now, of course, the team are up to 10th. How are you feeling about that? Because, of course, Brighton and Reading are also playing this weekend, but now that's got to hopefully give some momentum. Reading have got a really difficult game coming up.
Yeah, I think the fact that we're 10th, I'm ecstatic about it, because I mentioned it after the Reading game, and a lot of people who sit in their studios and do their podcasts and write their articles said I was ridiculous to suggest we would go for 10th. They seem to think it was stupid going from bottom to then focus on 10th. I thought it was quite normal. Once you go 11th, you want to go 10th. So we are 10th. Obviously, it's out with our hands what happens the rest of the weekend, but this team will continue to look up the way and will not look behind us. And it's up to us to go and get the remaining points that's needed to finish as high up as possible.
Plans paid off?
Yeah, so far.
Well, huge congratulations, Willie. Thanks so much for speaking to us.
Thank you. Thanks.
Well, as you heard there, there's so much to take away from this game. I don't know if we can just have another quick look at the goals that were scored in the second half, because it would be great to just talk through those with you both as well, because one of them came so early on in the second half. Sam, I don't know if you want to just talk us through this, because...
I mean, Ash, I think you've seen it just a minute ago, someone I've played with for a long time and I absolutely love her. But these are the situations. So I think in some of the other set pieces we went a little bit shorter. But this is also the threat we've got in terms of some of the big defenders we've got, and you know, fantastic ball in and great finish really.
And I think, as you say, Sam, you were playing short a little bit in the first half. Actually, one that gets swung in, it maybe takes the defenders by surprise. That variation, I think, is really important. And you see with this goal as well, it's a good win. She's come on, she's working hard. She's not had many minutes to try and impact the game, but this is the best way you can impact a game, scoring goals.
Do you know something that strikes me when I watch these goals as well is the Liverpool goalkeeper looks absolutely despondent here, doesn't she? You know, she's really thinking, how have I let 4 goals in? Is this something that you think you've seen from Liverpool before, or surely, you know, this isn't quite what they were expecting by the looks of the reaction?
Yeah, I think maybe it wasn't what they were expecting, but, you know, that's more on them in terms of potentially the way that they've prepared, because Leicester were full credit for the 3 points in every single goal that they scored today. Arguably, could have had more, especially in the first half. So, you know, I think you've just got to give credit to Leicester in terms of the way that they've set up, the game plan that have gone through with the players and the staff. They've executed it perfectly.
Well, of course, we always want to hear about how the players are feeling with this fantastic win. To hear is with another of the players right now.
Thank you, Hannah. I'm here with Ashley Plumpton, one of our goal scorers for today. What a game for the ladies here at King Power.
Yeah, I'm really proud of the girls. We came in, sorry, you can tell it's been a bit of a day because I've lost my voice, but yeah, we came in with a game plan and we executed it so well from start to finish. I think we had a little bit of a dud period in the second half, but you can tell that we planned for the game really well and we executed it really well.
And as a defender, it must be great to see some of your attacking players defend so well, save you a job, especially in the first half, as you mentioned.
Yeah, that's what I said to them at half-time. They were saying we were doing well defensively, but ultimately they make it a lot easier for us when they're putting pressure on a lot higher at the pitch.
And just a quick word on your goal, of course. Nice to get on the score sheet.
Yeah, I feel like it was kind of about time because I've had so many chances to do so. So the least I could do was put it in. And actually that corner was kind of, my plan was not actually to receive it where I did, so it was even better that it was kind of like just came to me and I had no choice but to put it in.
And finally, once again, great crowd here at King Power.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like Aileen always says we need to celebrate more as a group, but every time we score I can't not go to the fans because I feel like without them, like in the 70th minute when we were kind of losing momentum a little bit, we had them through and through and it kind of lifted us again. And I feel like obviously it's been hard for us at the minute being in the position we're in, but to have their support like week in, week out, even when we've had the games at the start of the season that we're losing, the fact that they're still coming and cheering us on goes a real long way.
We're one city, that's why Leicester are the best, Ashley. Well, hope you enjoy your celebrations today and good luck for the next match.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Fantastic confidence there going into the next matches, and great to see such fantastic feelings among the team. Another person that we caught up with very recently was Monique Robinson. Let's see what she had to say.
You know what, I'm buzzing. Like, it's something I've always dreamed of since being a little kid, and now it's here. It's just first step in my chapter going forward.
You made your debut last season against Chelsea, so you've been around the first team for quite a while. So what's that been like?
I think it's really built my character. Being in there whilst you're young, you learn a lot more of the game, gain experience from the older players, so it's really helped me develop. They've helped me grow, both on and off the pitch, so they're always willing to give me knowledge, whether I'm asking questions or if I make a mistake in training, they'll tell me what I need to do better. And I appreciate that because it just helps me at the end of the day.
You continued your development this season, of course, and even scored your first WSL goal in a 3-0 win at home to Brighton.
And breaks for Monique Robinson, 3-0.
What was that feeling like when you saw the ball hit the back of the net?
I was elated, like something you dream of as a kid, like scoring your first goal, and it was our first one of the season as well, so I was buzzing.
So looking at the academy, how important have they been for your development?
I think they've been massive in my development. Playing against other WSL academies helps me prepare for the senior, making a step up. So yeah.
You've also been playing for the academy this season. So how has that been, playing sometimes being on the bench or playing for the first team, but then also having games where you're playing for the academy?
I think it's been good because it allows me to get my match minutes, and it's still a decent quality of football that helps me take it into the senior game.
Looking at the staff, obviously around the academy, but also the first team, how important have they been in helping you transition from the academy to the senior squad?
Yeah, it's been massive. I think having a shared development plan between the two staff allowed me to develop what I'm looking to develop, whether it's in the senior game or the academy games, and it's always the same thing.
Looking ahead to the rest of the season, we know that obviously things are heating up in the WSL, so how do you hope to have an impact on the rest of the season?
I just want to be there for the team, making sure whether I'm on the pitch or off the pitch that I'm supporting the team and pushing them to go the furthest that we can and stay up.
And finally, looking ahead, do you have any targets or ambitions that you hope to achieve in your career?
For the short term, I want to aim to become a regular starter. That's definitely my aim. Yeah.
Well, fantastic performance, and great to hear from some of the players there to really get a feel of how the team are feeling and have a feeling about how the team are going to be celebrating. Sam's already on the celebrations here.
Promo.
But Sam, thank you so much for your time and best of luck for the
pleasure.
upcoming matches. Of course, Courtney, thank you so much as well. Best of luck as well to Sheffield as you play the next games. Well, of course, you can keep up with all of the action on LCFC TV. Matchday Live will be versus Everton for the men's first team on Monday. We're live from 7 p.m. on lcfc.com, Facebook and YouTube. David Nugent was the latest guest on Leicester's The Place podcast as well. You can listen wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube as well. The full version of our Hannah Kane feature as well is also available on lcfc.com, so plenty to keep you occupied in the run-up to the next games. Thanks so much for watching and have a great afternoon.